with us. I like it. Not that anybody can go anywhere or do anything, so this is the perfect date. You know, if you have nothing to do, invite your significant over on Discord or Twitch and come hang out with us. So yeah, it's great.
I don't know if it's streaming.
Yeah, I don't think
we're live. I don't know if it's streaming.
Yeah, I don't think.
Well,
I don't think we're live.
I think I had to like turn my Twitch to.
Oh.
Here we go. Okay. We are live now.
Yes. Cool. Hi, everybody.
Did it.
We are live now.
To...
Hey, everybody.
Right, cool.
Hey, welcome to Drop Bear.
Sir Drop Bear is just right in the chat right away.
Whoa. Hey, man. That's awesome. Oh, man. I wish we had, like, I don't know, things we could give you. We're not quite there yet, I guess.
Know.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to have all, like, the special items that nobody else gets.
Yeah, that's awesome.
When you play online, you're just going to be like a solid gold corgi, and everybody will be like, how do I get that stuff?
We'll just have to make him a koala character just for just for you. It's pretty funny. Okay, I'm going to jump into a game. Yeah. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Patriot, welcome as always. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. I think I'm doing pretty good. I had a pretty solid day. I spent a lot of money on various video game things, so pretty good. I bought, Mark recommended the, was it the Razer,
I forget what it's called. Razer Kishi.
Kishi, yeah. Yeah, so it's like I should have brought it down here. I have a picture I can post on the Discord, but it's like a little clip-on for your Android phone and lets you play. It's like a Xbox controller basically for your Android phone. So
yeah, it like fits awesome around the sides as opposed to just being like a controller that has like a stand for your phone. It kind of turns your phone into like a Switch.
Yeah,
it's great awesome for like Steam Link and emulation and whatever. Android games, I guess, but I usually don't ever play Android games with it. Actually,
yeah, I doubt I'll ever actually play an iPhone or like a mobile game with it, but it's pretty awesome. I like clipped it on there. It was really good. So
yeah, it's sturdy. It feels nice.
Yeah, no, the buttons are great. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Oh my goodness, is this you, Sir Drop Bear? Anyways, for anybody that is new here to our stream, whoa, that was crazy. Thanks for joining us. We are the Pixelnauts. Oh my god, that was amazing.
We are the Pixelnauts.
The Pixelnauts. Yeah, I like that. It's good. We should all say it.
We need like a cool like intro, like those.
Yo, pro gamers!
Oh my god, did they do that?
Is that a thing?
Pro
yeah.
gamers. Can we become?
We'll
become professionals at our own game.
Well, I think I'm too old to be anything. I don't know, maybe. I also feel that's the other thing, I guess. So yeah, we're the Pixelnauts. We'll say hi in a second, but we also just kind of use our regular names. Should we have like Twitch personalities? Like I know Mark, you do. We could always change yours to fluffy stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit different, I guess, because it's a developer stream, but I guess it just depends on what you want to be known as. Like, I originally considered not having a handle because, like, all of my stuff is just me. Like, I don't have any, like, unique brand other than just my face, so I was considering just not having a handle at all, but I ended up
You could have called it, like, Mark's Face.
Mark's Face.
Oh, you should have called it Mark's Face.
Yeah.
If I ever get affiliate, I want to make all my emotes just stupid expressions of my face,
good.
Stuff like that.
We should do that for ours and have stupid expressions of our own faces.
It's actually funny you guys bring that up. I found a business card of mine that I did in college, I think, for like our whatever we had like our portfolio building class. And my my business card is 4 pictures of me drinking coffee in different ways that I like rotoscoped and like kind of made into like little cartoons.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'll post that on the Discord too. I forgot that even existed until I found it. I was like cleaning out the basement. You guys ever clean out your basement and then you spend most of the time just like looking at old stuff that you have and not actually cleaning anything? Yeah, that's all I do.
Oh yes.
I was just like, oh, my photo albums. Let's show the children all my photo albums that nobody cares about except for maybe them, but they're like 3, so they don't really care either. Whoa, did the game... Oh, I thought the game crashed. But yeah, that was pretty funny. But hey, I'm Alex from Pixelnauts. I did not prepare questions for today. Shoot.
That's all right.
Yeah, we've been doing like fun little things about us. So let's just do a simple one. Let's do what games are we all playing? So we'll start with Mark right now. Okay. Up on the top there.
Yeah, I'm Mark. I'm one of the programmers from Pixelnauts, and I have been playing StarCraft, Mass Recall, the remake of StarCraft 1 in the StarCraft 2 engine, and I've also been playing DuckTales Remastered.
Oh.
And I've also been playing Cyber Shadow. And you can watch all of that stuff on my Twitch.
Yeah, I was watching. If you want to follow Mark, he's on the bottom of our Twitch page. There's like a recommended streamer. He's Fluffy Stuff. I was watching him stream. What's it called again? Cyber Shadow. Cyber Shadow. Yeah, that game's too serious for me.
It's really good. It's like published by the same guys that made Shovel Knight, so it's like in that same vein. If you like NES style games, it's a really good one. Ninja one, basically.
Yeah, it's not exactly my jam, but it was very entertaining watching Mark play and die a lot.
Yeah, I did die a lot.
Yeah, well, you probably died way less than I would have. But yeah. Anyways, next we have Angie.
Hi, I'm Angie. I've haven't really. What have I been doing? We've been playing that Super Mario New World 3D.
Oh yeah.
Cat
awesome.
Land.
Oh, did you get the Bowser's Fury one?
Yeah. Well,
I
I
love
didn't,
that game.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's not bad. It's harder than. It's hard.
I really want to play the Bowser's Fury mode, but I love the rest of the game. I actually kind of prefer it to Mario Odyssey in certain ways.
Yeah, they're very different games. I liked both, and they feel like very different like entries into the Mario series, right? It's kind of like the 2 Zelda games, right? Where they kind of are doing that now, where they have like the 2D versions of things and the 3D versions. But I really liked 3D World or whatever it was called, with the cat suits and stuff. I think I played it for the Wii U initially. It was really good.
Yeah, I played it on the Wii U at first.
Did you play any levels with the cat suit yet, Angie? I think that's like the first one.
I think like the very first level, yeah.
I think they gave it to you right away.
We're pretty much done on the last world, I think.
Oh, but that's what you think. But there's
the actual last world, the fun circus land or whatever.
Oh no, see, that's what you think, but there's still like 4 more worlds after that don't unlock until you beat the last world.
And they're nightmares.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and there's new characters you can unlock and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, beating Bowser and rolling the credits.
Well, don't tell me too much. No spoilers now. That's like probably what I'm going to do after this. So you know.
Sweet. Yeah, once Mario gets the guns, it gets pretty serious.
Generally, in all of the newer Mario games, after the credits roll is a huge secondary chunk of the game opens. That's for adults. I like to say the beginning of the game up until you beat Bowser is usually the easier section, so that kids can get through the whole thing, and then after you beat Bowser, they unlock all the super hard worlds. I don't know. That's what they've been like for a while. All the Galaxy games were like that.
Once it gets to the adult part, I get scared.
It gets way too hard.
Game since Mario 64. So.
Oh, that's a good one though.
I'm a bit behind. I think.
You got to pick up the Mario collection. I haven't picked it up yet, but I really want to replay Sunshine.
It's so great.
You haven't played Sunshine, Angie, or Mario Galaxy?
What?
Then? You haven't played Mario Sunshine?
No.
That was the GameCube one. Oh my god.
No.
The best.
Sunshine was good.
No.
Yeah, it was actually pretty easy for a Mario game, I find, but I really, oh my god. But I really, really like it. I just got destroyed. Cool. Yeah, that's awesome. I can't wait to dive in there.
I mean, the Mario games, there's basically 2 kinds, right? There's the platformer level-based ones, and then there's the big exploration ones. And they're both good in different ways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really like Mario Odyssey too, but I know what you mean. It's very different. Oh my god. Hey, thanks a lot, Nita. I'm glad you tried it out. Nita? I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce names. Hey. I'm Polish, so everything sounds crazy to me.
What about you, Ben? I don't think you ever introduced yourself.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're next.
That's fine. I'm Ben. I've been playing two games recently. It's funny you mentioned the Mario 64. I've been playing the remaster.
Oh, you got the remaster? Sweet.
Yeah, no, I've been every night before bed. I get a few stars, and it's been nice. It's like that game was my childhood. And then I've been playing a lot of old games recently. I've been playing through the Metroid Prime trilogy again.
Oh hell yeah!
And like
my favorite.
It's just so great. Like I recently got it. I never actually. Well, I owned all of them and beat all of them when I was younger. But never owned the when they came out with the remaster trilogy or whatever.
Oh yeah,
with the Wii controls. So I've been playing that, and it's been great. So
the Wii controls are amazing in those games.
They are amazing. I know. Yeah.
So
if anything good came out of the Wii, it was definitely Metroid Prime. And I hope that the Metroid Prime 4.
I think you meant Wii Bowling and Wii Golf. I played so much Wii Golf, it's not even funny.
Wii Boxing was pretty good too.
Yeah, Wii Boxing.
It's funny how everybody rags on those games, but those games are the reason that the Wii sold
100%.
5 times as many units as any other Nintendo console ever has, because it had all those sports games.
They were the best. I seriously played.
Wii Sports was great.
So great. I played so much damn Wii Golf. I don't know. It was nuts. I got it for the. I think the Wii U had it too, and they had this cool thing where you put the Wii U on the floor, and then you golf over top of the screen, which I know sounds crazy, but it shows you the ball from the top down, and then it shows you how it's stuck in the sand, and it was it was crazy.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was good.
It's a really cool idea.
You're getting really good at this game. I thought I was playing Vince, but he's not.
Maybe you are.
Yeah, maybe I am. Man, Metroid Prime though, Ben. I swear, the first one, the very first Metroid Prime that came out, I was just pretty young. I don't know how old I was, but it was early high school or something. Hey, Jackster Max, thanks for the follow. I saw the follow earlier. That is literally the game that made me want to be a level artist.
That game is a masterpiece.
It's so great. It looks visually amazing too. All those games did. It was crazy.
It's really one of those games too where the first time I played it, I was very skeptical about it. It was kind of like when Fallout announced that it was going to become a first-person shooter. I was like, "Oh my god, are you kidding me? They're making Metroid into an FPS?" But it's perfect. It's exactly it's the same game.
Yeah,
I don't know, it translates perfectly.
Level design is just amazing.
Yeah. It's a masterpiece.
It is. Yeah,
I was kind of hoping that the direct would be something that I kind of figured there wasn't going to be any Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it either.
I mean, I've been playing it, so I'm like, come on.
Well,
whatever.
I know that didn't they stop the development because it wasn't meeting their quality standards and switched it over to Retro Studios?
Yeah, they gave it back to Retro, I think. Yeah, because Retro's been doing all the Donkey Kong games, so they were like, "Oh well, you guys are busy. You set up a pretty good formula for Metroid, so people will probably be able to follow suit."
Nope. I mean, I don't think a lot of the same devs are working on it, though. I think it's almost a new team.
Oh yeah,
who knows?
Yeah, I mean that's how it always is. Everybody always Everybody goes off about game companies, but people leave them all the time.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it's Rare, right? Rare is nothing by the end. Of what?
Yeah, it's none of the same people.
Yeah, the name is they get the whole IPs and stuff like that, but it's the people that make the game amazing, right?
Sure.
Yeah, no, thanks.
I think
tuning in, Jackster.
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I just.
Yeah, sorry. I also interrupted you, Ben.
No. I think you're totally right. I think it's more. It was more PR stunt. That's what I heard. Some people are saying we're giving it back to Retro.
Yeah, well, that definitely works as a PR stunt. I guess everybody's psyched about that. It's just like how Phil Spencer, the Xbox guy, he comes out and starts going "Oh, a new game with that true Rare feel," and it's but none of the same people work at Rare and made Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are all different people. It doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah,
I think Ben
crazy.
dropped.
Oh no, Ben is gone.
So I'm getting this weird bug. It happens only on this computer, where everything looks like a toon shader.
Oh, like
What?
in the game?
Yeah, and, like everything's got a black outline.
Oh, we're saying
And
your video's gone too.
Yeah, no, I think it's a graphics card error. 'Cause
Oh.
my screen, my monitors also flash when it happens.
Oh, neat.
Oh shit!
It's really
was-
cool. It looks like Borderlands.
Borderlands art style. I've heard that before.
Yeah.
I was hoping you were saying that like real life had an outline, and I'm like, Ben, that's not your graphics card. That's your body's graphics card.
Don't you love how it's impossible to make a cell shaded game because everybody immediately says that it's just copying Borderlands?
Yeah, even
As
Lost
if they
Orbit.
invented it or something.
Yeah, we had like a gentle
Such
black
bullshit.
outline in Lost Orbit. Everyone's like, "Oh, sweet Border." I mean, people kind of liked it at the time. I guess it was early enough, but
Yeah,
everyone's
that's true.
like, "Oh, sweet Borderlands art style." I didn't
It's
realize
like,
the videos are
guys.
different now.
Borderlands is not the first game to do that by a
Yeah.
long shot.
It doesn't translate well to a screenshot, but I posted a screenshot in our Discord.
Oh, sweet. Sweet, I'll have to check that out. That's awesome.
Yes, it's a feature.
Well,
I might have to restart my computer.
oh no, bye, Ben.
I'm gonna finish this race first. It seems to be.
Oh, are you in a race?
I'm in a race with somebody, so
Oh, cool.
I don't wanna.
Yeah.
I don't wanna give up. Give it. Ruin my perfect score.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't have a 3-person setup. I am not prepared.
You are not prepared.
I am not prepared. But man, Metroid. I remember, do you guys remember when Metroid Prime 4 or whatever it was came out? That was the Wii one, right? Like, that was the one that actually came out for the Wii?
Oh, 3? Yeah.
You made
And-
3, yeah.
I remember playing that one, and like the Wii was like a pretty shitty graphical system as far as the
Yeah.
other consoles are concerned. Because like what, the 360 was out, I think, at that point, like early days 360, I think, or whatever. And then I remember playing Metroid 4 or whatever it was, and I was like, this looks better than like a lot of Xbox games.
Yeah.
And I was like,
It's
I
because the
don't-
art style.
Yeah, and like I don't know, just their tech and their lighting was really good, and like I don't know, I was just like blown away. I think we're stuck.
I think Metroid Prime came out like the same day or same week as Halo 3.
Wow.
Probably.
Because I remember people like commenting on like the first mission in Metroid 3 was, or Metroid Prime 3 was very Halo like, because
Oh,
you were like
yeah.
working with the military and.
Oh, that's interesting. If you guys are
and then,
wondering,
people,
sorry, I saw your comment, Sir Dropper. Sorry to interrupt you, Ben. You're saying that
Yeah.
our names are different. It's we use Discord to like capture all our names. There we go. So it's like it does it in alphabetical order, but only if you have a video. If somebody doesn't have a video, it puts them like at the bottom. So it's like alphabetical order in videos, and then people not in videos. So it like auto reorganizes us. I don't know. It's dumb. So then
Yeah,
names
if
we have
someone
are
drops
in
out all the
videos.
boxes, they all just change where they're located. It's really stupid.
Yeah, it's really dumb. I don't know a better solution. Actually, well, Vince had a pretty good solution that we could try one day, is to actually have our little name icons like on our like local machine somehow, so like it's on our Discord.
You know what? You know how we can do that? We can do that with OBS.
Oh, can we? Oh, like our
Yeah, so-
like everybody runs their own OBS.
Everybody run their OBS, their own OBS, and then set it as a virtual camera. You have to download a separate extension,
That's
but
so
you can
meta.
do that. You can create like, you know, a full scene and then run it as a virtual camera and select that as your output thing on Discord, and it'll show
Wow.
whatever's in your OBS as your webcam.
That's crazy.
We can all do that.
I
and
was
then it would
thinking what we could do, in the pen, I guess, we could just have like a note on our camera with our name on it, and it could just be our name. Oh no, it's just you and me. Well, look at this, you and me, Mark. We're halvesies of
Oh
everybody.
shit! Everybody else is gone.
Oh no, they're all leaving us.
What a disaster!
I really gotta. Yeah, I know it's super weird. Oh, there we go. That's amazing. Cool. That's something we can figure out. This is, so if you're new to the stream, we're running our beta here of our game. It's our very early beta, so there's lots of issues and stuff. But it's also a beta of us streaming. We've never streamed before as a team. Mark streams quite a lot as Fluffy Stuff, so he's the pro. But this is us trying to do this 4-person stream using Discord. So it's like a beta for doing all this too. So if you notice any of this shenanigans, it's that's why. Oh, I Mark again. Ben, turn on your camera. Oh, there he goes.
I'm back.
Oh, we're back.
Sorry
Oh,
about that.
thank God. Things got really weird when you guys left.
I ran the stream yesterday, but normally Alex runs it from his computer.
Yeah. Yes, if you watched yesterday's stream, Mark was doing that one. I usually do it. I don't know why. I have 2 machines running stuff. I don't know if it really helps or makes things worse.
It probably does help, but yeah, I mean, it seemed to run fine yesterday when I was doing it all just from my one computer too.
Yeah,
so
I don't
know.
It's actually funny because I'm running the game on my shitty computer that's like super old. I guess the little frame rate's cut off on the bottom of the stream. I should cover it more with stuff.
Oh.
But I actually don't even know why my frame rate comes up. Maybe I have like fraps going. But anyways, the good machine is doing all the video stuff, so I thought that would be better. But yeah, sorry, Ben. Now that you're back and I'm no longer interrupting you. How you doing?
Good. Speaking of computers, I just bought parts for my new computer.
Nice.
I bought all the parts yesterday.
Nice. What are you getting?
I don't remember the specifics because I'm bad with that sort of stuff, but it should all work, and it's got 64 gigs of RAM. So
oh my God.
It's overkill, and like I'm so excited.
That's like 4 times as much as I have. I think I have like 16, maybe 32, but
I have 32 because Unity's a memory hog, and like I had 16 for the longest time because for gaming you don't need more than 16. Like you just simply do not need more than 16. But Unity uses like 8 gigs sometimes if I've had it running for a while. So.
It's pretty beef, yeah. I think I gotta get some more too. Oh my God, that thing came out of nowhere.
I make a little bit of music through an FL Studio, so like that also is a RAM hog as well.
Yeah, FL Studio is pretty bad.
So I'm looking forward to that. I don't know. I'm gonna stress test it, see how fast how many Chrome tabs I can open. I opened a lot of Chrome tabs. So.
I heard Chrome Cats. That sounds.
Chrome Cat. That's what I heard too.
That's what we use in Rocket Rumble. The characters, they use Chrome Cats for their games.
That is true. If you have a lot of Chrome tabs open, that uses up a lot of.
Well, yeah, they're like. Oh, that was amazing.
I watched. I watched the Linus Tech Tips video, and they were talking about RAM.
Like the
and
guys
they use
from
that
Peanuts?
as their benchmark. But what?
Is that the guy from Peanuts?
Linus.
No, different Linus.
Oh,
actually,
different Linus, but he still has a blanket that he carries around.
Does he have the flies too? Is that Linus or is that the other one? Who's the stinky?
Maybe it is the same Linus. I don't know.
He kind of looks and sounds the same.
I know.
It's he had to grow up. He had to do something.
No, the one with the flies is Pigpen.
Oh, Pigpen, of course. Why would his parents name him that?
They use Chrome tabs as like a benchmark for like.
That's a good idea.
Oh, that's really funny.
And it was like I think at like 64 gigs of RAM, they had like 6,000 tabs open at once, and it was then starting to, or maybe it was less than that. I don't remember, but it was a lot. It was obscene.
That's pretty funny. So I
just always.
Sorry, go ahead, Mark.
I was just gonna say, I just always thought it was funny how like, gamers with good computers that love to brag always used to be like, oh, and I got so much RAM, and it's like, seriously, even in 2021, you don't need more than 16 gigs to just play games. Like,
it's pretty funny.
No game is ever going to go over like 5 gigs of RAM, and that's ridiculous if it does.
16 is the minimum for Rocket Rumble. No, I don't know. I think I put that as our recommended, but I think that's pretty overkill, so I'll probably adjust that as... It's probably good 16 now for the beta, but for the actual game, it'll probably be less.
You could probably run it on 8.
Yeah, I'm sure you could
maybe
run
even
it on
4.
8.
Yeah, I actually don't even know what this machine has. This is like a Tandy or something, so it's running pretty good.
Tandy.
Oh shit, 4-player game. That was my first computer.
Awesome.
I had a Tandy. Most of you probably have no idea what that is. Yeah.
What's a Tandy?
Yeah, exactly. That
Tandy
was like
is
old Very old Andy.
Very old tech, like 486 and Apple II era tech. But Tandy was a calculator company that eventually started making home computers, but they didn't last.
Pre Windows too. You know what my Windows was? That one actually had its own desktop. It was literally like an illustration of a desk with a phone and a fax machine picture, and like a picture for like where papers go, and you would click.
Yeah,
on
Windows
those
3.1 sounds.
Oh, was
like...
that Windows? Was that Windows?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that was actually Windows. Oh no.
Well, I think so.
Run a 4-player.
Because Windows was like the first graphical OS, basically.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess there was a few before, like what's it called? Actually, yeah, I'm wrong. Actually, the first graphical one was the Amiga, I believe. But
this was the Tandy door. It wasn't Windows, pre-Windows. Well, was somebody actually playing? Somebody just died. Oh, unless they quit, they dropped out. I know,
yes,
Sir Drop Air. We finally got a 4-player, and it froze on this. It's so sad.
No, I'm coming. Don't worry. I'm ready to rock and rumble.
No, we were all in the 4-player game. We're on the start line, and it just wouldn't proceed. So
yeah,
sad.
what the heck? We were playing like 4-player games like crazy yesterday.
I
don't
know, right? Yeah, we got. I know, we were very lucky. Yeah, yesterday you guys were playing a lot, and then the day before when I was here too, we were playing a bunch. So yeah, and it was crazy. But yeah, Tandy was the jam. I actually remember getting my first computer. We went. My dad wanted. He wanted me to have one, I guess, or whatever. I wanted one. I don't know how it started, but we went to this like nerd's house. I don't know who he was. He was like the family nerd. My dad knew. And he was this like little skinny guy, and we went into his like place, and I was like this kid, and I didn't know anything about computers at this point. And it was like, now it's like, oh yeah, this is where I live now. But like at the time, it was just this dark apartment with like 6 monitors, but they were all like CRT gigantic monitors. It was like going to see the architect in the Matrix, but like, yeah, he was this like little like squirmy guy, and I was like, what is this? Is this my future? And it was. I didn't know it at the time.
Yep, it's my future. Yeah.
Maybe it was me. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where things go.
Time travel.
Yeah, sell my first Tandy to my dad.
It's kind of crazy to think about the fact that back then it was not a for sure thing that like DOS, like, you know, Microsoft was going to become the dominant OS. Like there were tons of operating systems back then. There was like Amiga and Commodore. They all had their own OSs, and they were all just like text-based for the most part, except Amiga.
It's crazy.
And then of course there was Apple, but they didn't even have their own OS at the beginning. They just ran like other stuff on the computers.
Yeah, it's so nuts. I remember my mom actually took like a DOS course back in the day to learn how to computer, and then like
DOS is pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome, and like she actually probably knew like way more stuff than I ever did about like DOS and stuff like that. And then I had to like teach her how to use like a mouse and a keyboard, you know, like last year, right? So it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, where do I do this?" I'm like, "You never have to do any of the things you learned ever again." I'm so sorry.
People used DOS for games for a long time. Like even past Windows 98, a lot of people were still using DOS because it had no system overhead, so people still liked it for playing games. And that's why, like, when you went to stores, they all used DOS for the longest time too. A lot of them have updated now to like Windows systems or Unix systems.
Yeah, Linux or something. Yeah. Oh, not the huge. Get out of here.
This is the worst spot to have in Lego.
I know, right?
Crushed by rocks.
Crushed by rocks.
Oh
Just
man,
like
a GeForce 2
told me.
I had a GeForce 2, I'm sure, but I remember having a Voodoo card. Those were like shit back in the day. Before Nvidia took over, it was all Voodoo.
That's awesome.
And 3D effects and stuff.
Oh,
Everything was so hard to run back then too.
Oh my god, it was impossible.
Like, especially in DOS, like you want to run a game, you have to spend the first half an hour trying to configure your sound card and everything to actually work with it.
It's pretty funny. I remember, so if we're talking about how old we feel, I remember playing Command and Conquer. Oh, I just took that.
Oh my god.
I remember playing Command and Conquer against my friend, calling him up on the phone. Some of you young people will think this is insane. calling him up on the phone and be like, "Hey, bud, you want to play Command and Conquer?" He'd be like, "Yeah." Then we go talk to our parents. Be like, "Okay, we're gonna go play some video games. Okay, no phone calls for the next hour, or whatever." Or we put on our modem. Yeah. Yeah, then we had to use our modems to call them and to call each other to play, which was like over the phone. And then we played Command and Conquer over whatever it was, 1K connection or whatever the hell.
Yeah, fucking insane.
Insane, and somehow those games ran okay. Oh no.
Yeah, Command and Conquer and the early Warcrafts and Starcrafts, they all ran fine on dial-up.
Yeah, I don't know
how. I remember I played Red Alert so much when I was a kid. I was obsessed with it.
I guess it was Red Alert, was it Command and Conquer Red Alert at that time already?
Probably. Command and Conquer is the sci-fi one, and then Red Alert's the alternate history World War II
that
one.
Was the one we played all the time. I played it so much, and I never played an RTS after that, or at least not a lot. But I like them.
Well,
I don't know. That was just magical.
That's why I'm such an RTS fan still, because I was a PC gamer in the 90s when RTSs were why would you play anything else? They were the most popular series. Unless you were playing on console, it was all RTS basically.
Yes, so much better. Yeah, it's kind of interesting how there's waves of games and genres.
Definitely.
Throughout the years.
Big time.
Everything was 3D adventure games for a while with once Mario 64 came out, and then
everything was a platformer.
Then everything was a shooter for a long time, and now everything's then everything was a 4-player co-op whatever, right?
Left 4 Dead style.
Yeah, then it was all just now it's all battle royale or competitive.
Yeah, it always changes. Genres, it's interesting how genres go through a life and death cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them end up sticking around, obviously, the strongest ones. During the Super Nintendo era and into the PS1 era, everything was a JRPG because you couldn't have an action game with a story.
Except if you had an N64.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
There was
and it was all platformers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is very interesting. I think Halo is what started the FPS resurgence, because FPSs were huge in the 90s too, on with Duke Nukem and Doom and everything, but then they kind of died off because console gaming got so popular and everybody was like, "Oh, you can't play FPS on console because the controls, suck." But then Halo came out and everybody still loved it, so I think that's kind of what started the new wave of FPS games.
Yeah. I tried playing GoldenEye a couple years ago on N64, and I was just how did I ever do anything in this game? I remember being amazing, and I'm these controls are the worst.
You can play it with a mouse and keyboard now. There's a version of it or something.
Oh yeah, wow.
That people really like.
Well, they're doing a new Perfect Dark, which is basically.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I got the Master Chief Collection on PC, and oh my god, the Halo games, I loved them when I was younger too, but they are so much better with a mouse and keyboard. It's
I could imagine, yeah.
I agree.
It's like a whole new game almost, and I've been really enjoying playing through them.
What's up, everyone? That was me, rocket roying around. Boom. Who's
one company?
Green Pig. Green Pig's kicking my butt sometimes. Is it? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Ben. The one company that never follows the trends is Nintendo, and they're just always.
They don't need to.
Yeah,
they're omnipopular. They don't need to follow any trends ever. It seems.
Yeah.
I feel they set the trends more so, or they just keep doing the same thing over and over again because it works.
They definitely set the trends at one point. I don't know that they really do anymore. But
hey, remember when they introduced motion controls, and then Sony and Xbox tried to do motion controls and
tried and failed.
Yeah. And Microsoft spent so much money on motion controls.
It was dead by that time. It was cool with the Wii. No one had ever used it before. But yeah, I don't know.
People just got tired of it, right?
Sony and Microsoft were just late to the party, but
yeah. And Kinect was actually pretty amazing. It was just late. I know that
Nintendo's smart about it too. Their games still have motion control, but they don't bill it as a top oh my god, it's a motion control system. It's just there all the time. You expect it to be there.
You know what I love, and like some people don't like it, but in Breath of the Wild, I love aiming the bow with the controller and then doing micro adjustments with the motion controls. I love it so much.
I'm on the fence about that. I use it now, but like I did not like it when it first came out.
Oh really? Oh, I love it so much.
For me, I got used to it from playing Ocarina and Majora's Mask on the 3DS and using the gyro aiming, and I could never go back to trying to aim the bow with a controller after that. Like, I have to use the gyro.
I love doing the like macro movements with my controller, like the big movements, and then doing like
exactly.
fine tune. Yeah, so it's funny. So I played Breath of the Wild, and then I for like a really long time, and then I picked up Tomb Raider, whatever the last one was, the
Shadow, I think.
Yeah, Shadow, whatever, Shadow of the Colossus, whatever it's called. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And I remember I actually had to stop playing it because I didn't like aiming my bow, and I'm like, oh, this game stinks. Why did I like the other ones? And then I went and played like a bunch of indie games, and then I went back and started playing Tomb Raider again. I'm like, oh, okay, this is amazing. I just like Zelda just kind of ruined it for me for a bit.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
I also agree. Like, from playing Ocarina and Majora's Mask on the 3DS, like the bow and arrow mini games in those games, if you have the motion controls on, it makes them trivial. You can like beat them on the first try and get every target because the aiming with gyro is like so much faster and so much more accurate.
Yeah, I love it.
I don't know.
I'm looking forward to playing Skyward Sword with like regular, but maybe like a little bit of motion controls. Like, no, just like I just want to play it with regular ones. Like, I actually really liked the motion controls. I know that's like a big, not cool thing to say because everybody hated them, but I kind of dug them. But I
think they'll be much better on Switch.
I think so too, because the gyros are much better. But I kind of want to see what they're going to do with just the controls. Like, if it's if it's just Breath of the Wild like controls, then it might be pretty awesome too. So.
Well, apparently it's going to be like you swing your sword with the thumbstick. So like, it can't really be Breath of the Wild because you still have to be able to slash in the different directions.
I guess because they're not gonna they probably didn't like change the designs to take all that out, right?
Yeah. So like, you just move up and down with the thumbstick and stuff for the different directions of slashing, which seems like a good solution.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that because I have a Switch Mini.
Well, it still has a gyro though.
Yeah, you just gotta go.
It does, but like I can't use the motion controls to swing the sword because if I take the Joy-Con off of my Switch Mini, it breaks it. So.
Yeah, it breaks. Tried it before.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Take that one back to EB.
That's awesome. It's pretty funny.
I mean, that's how I play Breath of the Wild already. Like, I don't play with a Pro Controller. I actually sold my Pro Controller because I bought it and never used it for like an entire year. I just play with two detached Joy-Cons in either hand. I actually love the feeling of just being able to like sit there with my hands spread apart.
Yeah, you just melt.
Yeah, like I don't have to have them together. Yeah. And then I just aim with the one as if it's like my bow or I'm like shooting at the TV, you know.
Yeah, I like that too. Oh, these 4-player games you're getting. This is great. Oh, pig.
I mean,
pulverized.
That's kind of what the Metroid trilogy is like. Like, if you play with detached Joy-Cons, it's basically the same thing. You're just like pointing at the TV and aiming.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I hope
they should release that on Switch too.
Why don't they? Must, like when the new Metroid comes out or like before, just port them all.
Yeah, I mean, port everything you can.
I know. Well, they have like this weird like respect for gamers in like a weird way. Not all the time, usually not, but in that way, they always say like, "Oh, we don't want to just release a HD port and like not add anything to it." But then all their gamers want that, and like just like we're all yuppies. Like just let us pay for your shit again. Like
just don't make it into a big thing. Like like everybody wants it. You don't have to. I understand that they want to do that with some of them, especially the Wii U games, like adding Bowser's Fury, and that's awesome. But I don't need you to add anything to like Wind Waker or Twilight Princess. I just want to play the games. Like, you don't even have to make it into a big thing. Just release them.
No, and like when they did the Wind Waker HD remake, like just the bloom and the like increased art was just so nice. And like they did improve the like the boat speed and stuff too, so they did make the gameplay better, but like they didn't have to. Like, just making it a little bit prettier is enough. Like, I really just want to go to Dragon Roost Island and listen to the music anyways, just so You know, it's like a $90 screensaver for me. That's all it really is.
I feel like on the Switch too, like you really don't have to change anything, and people still buy it because you know able to play it with the Switch's unique features of being docked or on the go. Like that alone is a cool upgrade, and you don't even have to program anything special in the game for that. It's just what the system does, like being able to switch between TV and handheld mode.
Can't beat that. Get out of here, Rocket Roy. Yeah, no, it's crazy. Anyways, for anybody tuning in, if you're new to our stream, we're playing Rocket Rumble. It's a closed beta that we're doing. It's closed. If you go to our Steam page, we're still accepting people to play, so it's not like really closed. But it's closed because we didn't do like a ton of advertisement for it, and we have to like approve you. But it's kind of a fake thing. But anyways, if you're checking out the game for the first time and you wanna play, hop on in. So. Just let me know. I can approve you if you request now, but if not, that's cool. It's a little hard to find players sometimes, so that's why we're doing lots of these streams. So if you join our Discord, you can always check us out and find out when we're streaming next and when other people are playing. Organize some stuff. It's pretty good. If you have any questions, feel free to ask us too. But I guess we'll get back to it.
Yeah, it can be tricky to find players because we just have quick play at the moment. But when we do the open beta, we'll have like party capabilities and all kinds of stuff like that. That's why this is the closed beta, because it was really just for people that were really itching to try it, and also, of course, for bug testing and stuff.
Yeah,
it's not really meant to be like a demo of the game or anything like that.
Oh,
so.
Oh no, my camera's broken. So okay, well once.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm stuck on the start line.
Oh shit. That's not good.
Are you guys playing?
Yeah, I'm still playing. But if we both die,
maybe if you all die,
bug out.
Yeah,
it did bug out. Yeah,
it bugged out.
You know what we needed for the beta? We needed an explode yourself button.
Yeah, that we used to have that in the game. Remember?
Did we?
Yeah, remember you used to be able to press Y to kill yourself.
Oh yeah.
And then everybody kept bugging me to take it out because everybody was pressing it by mistake,
That's
I think,
funny.
or something like that.
I forgot about that. Wow.
It's easy to put back in. Just remove one line of code, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, we have the ultimate one right now, which is take a screenshot.
Yeah, that'll
F12.
break your whole game.
We have a weird bug, if anybody hasn't tried it yet, but if you're playing the game and you try and take a screenshot through Steam by hitting F12, it just crashes the whole game. I don't even know
You
why.
can take a picture of your customized stuff, but not
then it's
like
okay?
a gameplay shot.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
We never thought to test that. Like, it just...
Well, because it's not like something we had to put in, right? Like, it's like a Steam overlay thing.
It's just a Steam thing,
works.
yeah.
Whoever
I mean,
made
it's
the
not
Black
like...
Corgi's also pretty awesome.
It's not like opening the Steam overlay breaks the game either, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's really strange. I say we just put the letters F12 next to the exit button and call it a day.
I like it. And then we just get our Steam page full of screenshots by default, so it's like people are like super into the game.
Yeah, there we go. I like it.
Oh, everyone loves the main menu, just taking screenshots of it all the time. It's pretty awesome. So today I also went out. I buy a lot of games on Facebook Marketplace because I don't know, I'm cheap and I like to reuse games. So today I went to a super sketchy part of town and I bought myself Cyberpunk.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
so I'm gonna get
for
just
PlayStation?
PS4. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a PS4 Pro, so I think it'll run okay. But I think you also get a free upgrade when the if you play it on PS5. So.
Yeah, you're supposed to get a free upgrade. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I mainly want to just do the like character creator and make my own genitalia, but.
Oh yeah.
That's the main part of what I'm looking for here. I told my wife about that. She's like, "You can't be serious, right? Like that's a joke." I'm like, "No, they have a whole thing built in." I'm like, "That was someone's life probably for, a couple years of development."
Yep.
Yeah.
It definitely was.
It's pretty cool. Like nobody's ever done it as far as I know. Actually, no. I guess Conan had it. I think, right? Conan, the like online game.
Oh, it probably has it. Yeah.
I think because they had a lot of like nudity and stuff, like you run around naked and whatnot. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing. I'm playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla right now, so I'm not going to play what's it called, Cyberpunk for a while, but
I think they patched along those bugs.
I think so too.
Probably
That's kind of why I waited for a bit.
Yeah, it's probably good to hold off on playing it as long as you can anyway, because
that was the goal. It was a good deal.
Like, I was excited about it, and I still want to play it. Like, obviously, I know it's a huge meme at this point, but you know they're gonna fix it. So
well,
even if it takes a year, like I'll just wait until it's done and then play it. Basically,
we have it, and like we got it for Christmas, and we didn't really encounter any bugs when we played it.
Well, I think that's the funny thing, right? Like when I was reading online, and there was like, you know, like there's a huge backlash against it.
Of course.
Now there was people coming out and like, maybe not defending them, but being like, you know, everybody praises Bethesda games whenever a Bethesda game comes out, and they're like twice as buggy as Cyberpunk ever is.
Well, the problem with Bethesda games too is that they don't even fix the problems.
Yeah.
Like, there's unofficial patches for all those games because they don't bother, because they know that the community will fix it. It's pretty sad. I love Bethesda, but it's bullshit.
I think they just, like, they set the expectations, right? Like, you put out enough garbage, people are like, oh, the garbage man is here, they're going to leave me some garbage. It's reverse garbage man for wherever you live, I guess, right? But you love it because it's, I don't know, they give you a lot of garbage, right? And you get to explore it all and rummage through it like a weird raccoon. And that's kind of what Bethesda games are like, right? Where, like, you know...
that's very true.
Cyberpunk and, like, I mean, you follow up The Witcher, like Wild Hunt, which is, like, perfect, almost. And it's amazing, and it's like you have this person saying, oh, I'm going to bring you another, like, perfect sandwich, and then anything that's wrong with your sandwich, you're like,
that's very
the sandwich
true.
Sucks. The sandwich sucks,
they did too good of a job with all of the Witcher games, really. Like, they were all bug-free when they launched, and The Witcher 3 being pretty bug-free is, like, impressive, considering it's a big open-world game.
And it was just, like, it was just really good, right? Like, it was bug-free, it was solid, like, I don't know, and then... They were like promising Cyberpunk for a long time too, right? So I don't know.
The Cyberpunk hype train was just too much. Like,
yes,
I when I first started hearing them talk about it, like I was excited about it, but I remember thinking, like, how are they even going to pull this off? Because The Witcher 3 is a great game, but it has nowhere near like the level of interactivity or like simulation that even a Bethesda game has. Like, it's an open world game, but it's very stilted. The NPCs don't actually really have any
it's like an Assassin's Creed
like
kind
schedules.
Of game.
Yeah, it's not really on the same level as a Bethesda game, but here they are, and they're promising Cyberpunk is going to be like, you know, the Bethesda game you always wish they made. And I just remember thinking, how are they ever going to pull this shit off? And then, of course, they did.
They talked about it for so long, right? Like, they did like the No Man's Sky thing, but with like a AAA budget.
Yeah,
at least with No Man's Sky, they were like an indie game, and then Bethesda and The Witcher, like a CD Projekt, where it's just like, we've been working on it for 500 years, and it has like probably a bigger budget than The Witcher. All of Poland is working on it, you know.
Yeah, like, everybody in Poland is working.
Yeah, this is our entire GDP for the next couple of years of this country. Like,
they announced it like 2012, I think.
They announced it like I think the year after Witcher 3 came out, or possibly even sooner.
I agree with you, Patriot. I think that will probably happen. I think Microsoft will probably set a few more standards for them. Because like Microsoft,
that would be nice.
I crap on Microsoft a lot because they don't put out a lot of like exclusives and whatnot. But when they do put out a game, they're usually pretty solid for the most part. Not always, I guess.
Yeah. Well, like look at Halo Infinite. They basically delayed that game for like a year to get the bugs fixed and stuff because they didn't want to have another. Yeah, they didn't want to have another Cyberpunk on their hands, and it's like an open world Halo, so it has the potential to be really buggy.
Plus, they showed that trailer, and everyone was like, "Oh, what is this?"
Everyone hated it.
Oh, do you remember they had like? I remember the reveal of that new game, and Halo always has these amazing cinematic trailers, and like I don't know, the reveals are always amazing. And I remember they showed like the dropship, like or not dropship, like the ship's like cockpit or whatever, and they had that like budget Joel from The Last of Us in it. And I was like, oh, who made this guy? And like I kind of feel bad because I know some people that work there, and like that studio is just stacked with people, and I'm just like, what happened to this project?
Well, apparently it was shown before. Like I read a thing about it, and apparently like the team that was working on it weren't even aware that it was going to be shown and stuff like that. So a lot of the art that was shown was all like supposed to be placeholder art and stuff, but Microsoft was like, it's good enough to show. We need to show Halo. We're going to show it.
Just do a CGI like trailer like they always do. Hey, Sir Drop Bear, welcome back. Yeah,
and they got backlash for it. Yeah. Like, they tried to show it too soon and they fucked up, basically. They should not have done that.
I'm not like a huge Halo fan, but I remember every time they showed a Halo trailer, like during the Xbox 360 time, and it was just like cinematic trailer with like the best music and just like some ambiguous shit that was going on, and I was just like, this is the most grandest epic soap opera, like space opera that I want to play. And I didn't know much about it, but they did such a good job. And then the last one, I was just like, ew.
Yeah, like that one they did with all like the toys. They weren't toys, but they were all like models of Marines, and it was just like a still diorama shot that they had made, and the camera just like goes really slowly through it and plays this crazy music.
It's always so good. Their music is so great.
Yeah, their music is amazing for sure. I'm not a huge Halo fan either, but I do love the games. I was a huge fan of the first game because I bought an Xbox. Well, my dad bought me an Xbox when it first came out, and that was the first game I got. And I wasn't a huge fan of like where the series went after. Like Halo 2 was pretty good, Halo 3 was pretty good, and I didn't like anything after that. But I got the Master Chief Collection, and they're better than I, thought at the time. I think my expectations were just too high for like the sequels back then.
That's fair.
I wasn't forgiving enough.
I played Halo Reach. Is Reach the one where you don't play as Master Chief?
Yeah.
And
well, there's a couple of them, but
is there? Okay. Everyone kept telling me to play that when I played it, and I'm like, oh, is this what all Halo games are like? Should I be playing all of them? Because that game was like truly amazing.
Reach was really
it was so good.
They're all very good, but some are better than others. Like Halo 1 is my personal favorite, but not necessarily the best. But it's definitely up there. Halo 2 is probably the worst game in the series, but oddly enough, it has the best story in the series. But it was like rushed like crazy, so the actual levels and stuff are kind of disappointing. But it has like the best
amazing story.
Yeah, Reach is really good. It's like one of the top of the list kind of Halo games. Halo 3 is also really good. But I mean, you have to kind of play them all if you're going to play them. Especially if you're going to play 1, 2, or 3. Like, you can't just play the third one. You got to play all of them. Because the story's all...
just wing it. Just wing it. It's like Kingdom Hearts. You don't have to know what's happening.
Fucking Kingdom Hearts.
Even the developers don't know what's happening. It's fine.
Yeah, in Kingdom Hearts, that's for damn sure. Nobody knows what's happening.
I did feel like that when I played Halo. Like, there was a lot of, like, stuff I was missing, or I don't know.
The first 3 games are not like that, but all the ones after kind of are, except for, I guess, Reach. But the newer ones, like Halo 4 and Halo 5, a lot of people complained about that they use too much stuff from, like, the novels and the comic books that, like, nobody reads. And it's like, why would you put that in the game? Like, just keep it...
Or you can put it in the game, at least explain it, though, right?
Yeah,
like,
explain it properly.
Give it some foundation, and then...
Yeah, my game just broke.
Oh, is that you, Mark?
I don't know if it was me that caused it.
No, but that was you and me that was playing?
Yeah, I was in that game, yeah.
What happened?
It just froze at a certain checkpoint.
Yeah, we both died, and then nobody respawned. The game was just like, you're both dead. I don't know if you should be here or back there, so... Yeah, I don't know, just freaked out. It happens. It happens. Can you believe we only have like 5 days left of this beta? 6 days? Whatever.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's been fast 2 weeks.
6 days? It's Friday's the last day, right?
Yeah, or Thursday? I don't know. Did we decide?
Well, Thursday would be like the last full day. It would end like middle of Friday.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Gotcha. Welcome back, Sir Drop Bear. I don't know if that's reason or not.
There's a little bit to go, but I'm sure he doesn't mind having that.
Yeah, I haven't been watching chat, so.
Oh, all players left.
I'm really bad at watching and also playing games. I don't know how streamers do this.
It's very hard, yes. I used to, for the first couple games that we did, I was like looking at the TV, which is over here, but I'm actually just playing in OBS now. as opposed to looking at the TV, because then I could like see the chat right next to it. So even though the screen is kind of tiny, it's actually much easier to
That's funny.
To live my life. Except I can't make this bottom bar smaller. Get the hell out of here.
I'd imagine that kind of thing is hard, like what you were talking about, Ben, where, because when you're making a game that's like the 5th in the series, you want to include stuff that all like the hardcore fans are going to be like, oh yeah, I know about that. But at the same time, you don't want to like alienate everybody that hasn't played the series before. It's really like hard to balance, I feel like.
I feel like that's with a lot of intellectual properties. That's like there's like the main, whatever it is, the main media, like the Star Wars movies or the Halo games or whatever, and then there's like the comics and the extra stuff that only the super nerds like me read. Like it's hard to like.
You can't make everybody happy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if you're gonna make a game in a series and it's got stuff from the comics, you should probably explain that and assume that most people won't have read the comics or whatever.
Yeah.
But, like I can still play Spider-Man, and even though I know like a lot of the story, having it re-explained to me just to make it easy for the stuff that I don't know never bothers me. So
for sure.
I don't know. Or you could be like, World of Warcraft, for example, where they somehow manage to make the story intriguing enough that you can just drop into it and it makes you want to learn the backstory, but doesn't make you feel like you have to, really.
Yeah.
It's kind of how like Assassin's Creed is now. I remember playing like Odyssey and Origins, and then like once in a while you have to do like the real world stuff, but they keep it like super minimal now. Like they barely include it anymore. Yeah, like
they should just cut it out of the fucking series. Right?
Yeah, and it's basically like not even necessary. Like you can like they kind of like you wake up in the real world, and then you could basically just go like right back into the Animus. Oh, that was amazing.
Everybody always complains about it, so I'm not surprised that they made it.
And it's like kind of interesting. I remember when I started playing Odyssey, because I hadn't played an Assassin's Creed since like Black Flag. And so I'm like, I don't know what the hell's going on. So I watched this like half an hour YouTube video of somebody trying to make sense of all the stuff going on. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I got it. There's like a solar storm and things are happening, and there's like a bunch of old aliens or something. I don't even know. It doesn't matter. I honestly, my favorite part's always the like the time, like the stuff that's in the timeline, like in the, like whatever, in Egypt, in
exactly.
Rome, right? Like,
that's the meat of the story. Like you don't really, it almost ruins it a little bit to know that it's not really happening.
Yeah.
That it's just like, I mean, it did happen, but you're just like revisiting it or something digitally. Like I don't really understand. It's not I don't think you're actually time traveling, so it's kind of like.
Yeah, you're not.
Whatever.
Yeah, but I think like my favorite part is like, as far as like overall lore in those games, is kind of finding out like, oh, like the Assassin's Order, like they're in this part of the world and they're kind of doing this, or this is the first time this happened. That's kind of interesting. I don't really give a crap what happens in like modern times anymore, but it is kind of interesting to find out like, oh, that the Assassin's Order like started here in Egypt, and they kind of had like a reason why stuff looks the way it looks, or whatever, right? And even like playing Valhalla, they're like, oh yeah, we haven't been here since like the Roman Empire was here, and you're like, oh shit, I wonder if like the characters from other games had been here before, like, like, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool, so I kind of dig that, but I also don't care. Sorry, Sir Dropper, I saw your message. I'll take a proper read. I just kind of looked over it quickly, but thanks for letting me know. I'll make sure to get back to you.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm just going to grab a drink.
No deal. That's cool. All right. Saturday night. Thanks for joining us. Much appreciated. If this is your first time, if you have any questions, just hop into chat. Let us know. If you dig the game you're seeing, if you haven't seen it before, this is Rocket Rumble. You can jump on our Discord and stuff too if you want to say hi and give some feedback. We still got lots to work on this game, so it's not going to be out for quite a while properly. We'll be doing early access later this year, unless things go terribly wrong, but so far so good. So yeah, we're going to be doing lots of stuff on Discord, like helping us name stuff and taking a look at some early designs and just giving us some feedback and whatnot. So if you're interested in following along with that, or just seeing the great memes that Ben posts, that's also great. So.
I don't post them as often anymore, but
you gotta get on
I should post some more.
The one you posted today with the people giving Uno cards to cops is amazing.
That was amazing.
Yeah, what a hilarious thing to do.
I often wonder, like, is that staged, or was that, like... Should I carry an Uno card with me?
Yeah, you might as well try, right?
Could come in handy in, like, you know? Taxes?
Nope.
Nope.
Well, with cops, all you gotta tell them is, I have, like, if you're speeding, it's like, dude, I really have to poop. I'm just trying to get to the toilet. That's what I've always heard. I've never tried
it. Then you have to have like fart spray or something in the car. And...
oh no.
Make it authentic, you know. But yeah, Yeah,
no, for sure. Nida, yeah, for your question. Nida, I'm sure. I have no idea. I keep mispronouncing it, I'm sure, in some way. That way, if I say your name in different ways, I am for sure pronouncing it right and mispronouncing it, so I feel I'm covering my bases. But yes, so we're kind of treating the game like Mario Kart meets Smash Brothers, so if you fall off screen, you die. So falling off the back, gets you killed. For now, we're actually working on a mode, just based on some of the feedback and commentary people have given us. Mark is working on a mode we're calling Bumper Stars mode, which is going to be a little closer to Smash Brothers. So you're going to have to kind of build up like a meter on someone, like a critical meter, before they can get knocked off screen. Nita, sweet. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So that way, we're even thinking, like, even if you get knocked off screen in the back, if your critical meter isn't high, you'll just get like flung forward instantly, as opposed to having to wait for the next checkpoint. Because we feel there's like a lot of times right now where everybody dies and you're just kind of on your own, or like waiting for a checkpoint if you're on the dead end. Sorry, Mark, you were gonna speak this.
No, yeah, I was just gonna jump in about what you just said, basically, but yeah. Basically, we just want to make it so that, you stay alive longer, because the longer you stay alive, the funner it is, but you would take damage. So if you were to fall behind the screen in the new mode, once it's in the game, you would get blown forward back into the fray, but you'll lose part of your health meter. So the more that happens, the more health you lose, and if you lose too much health, then you run the risk of getting blown off the screen or exploded or whatever. And same thing with hitting people. We were actually thinking about implementing it so... when you body check people, it knocks other players into stuff. So the lower your health is, the further you can get knocked by somebody body checking you. But you can also body check someone further the more damage you've taken. So like you're more dangerous, but it's also more dangerous to get hit by other players. Stuff like that.
Yeah, so just trying to kind of balance things out a little bit more, because the like insta death stuff is kind of cool, but
it's pretty rough.
Yeah, but it can be pretty rough for sure, right? Especially like, I don't know, like one-on-one sometimes isn't too bad, because like typically, like you're the one who kills that other person, so at least you're like rewarded with a free checkpoint because you murdered them. One-on-one, it's like hard to get yourself killed, but when it's like 4 players and like a bunch of people smash into one of these smashers, and then you're just on your own for the rest of the checkpoint, and like really feel rewarding that you're just kind of, it's not like a victory lap, it's like a lonesome lap. Oh my god.
Yeah,
like, oh no, everyone died around me, I guess this is it. And oh my god, I thought I died again. I was still invincible.
Yeah, we just think it'll make the game more enjoyable to keep people on the track longer.
Yeah.
And then, since it's based on how many checkpoints you cross, it'll add a little bit more of that racing element too. Like, you still want to be the first one to cross the checkpoint, and more people will probably be alive, so it won't be as much of a guarantee that you're going to be the one. And we'll still have the insta-death as a separate mode. We're not going to get rid of it or anything like that.
It works, so if people like it, they like the hardcore mode. We'll keep that too. But so we put out a different game last year, 2 years ago now. Oh my god. Was it 2019? Oh my god, it's crazy. Anyways, we put out this game a couple times already, but it's called Lost Orbit, or Lost Orbit Terminal Velocity, and that's kind of where this game started from. And that game is like insta death on like anything you touch. It's like super hazardous. It's like a single player kind of same camera angle, maybe a little bit more top down, but it's like a top down Super Meat Boy or something like that, where you're just trying to like dodge the hell out of stuff and like everything murders you and everything's really fast and yada yada. So like when we started making this game, it was kind of like a multiplayer version of that. So we kind of started with the insta kill and the you know, and the type of gameplay that we have here. But oh shoot, that was like a sideways shot. You almost got me. I never think to actually like aim in a slightly different direction when I'm shooting. Does that even work anymore, or is it just forward and backwards?
No.
We took that out,
right?
It's
not supposed to work.
Okay,
yeah, that's
cool.
kind of.
They were maybe turning or something too, because I think if you're turning, that would work, right?
Or it's a bug, but yeah.
Or it's a bug. Yeah,
maybe.
That's fine too. Oh, last minute shield. That was good.
Oh, that was awesome.
Anyway, so we're doing an open beta. Was that you, Sir Drop Air? That was amazing. So we're doing, this is our closed beta again, but we're doing an open beta in March, where we're kind of taking a lot of the feedback and stuff from this one. And anyways, hopefully a lot of that stuff will be in, and we can kind of play test all that and then get some more feedback going forward. And we'll see how it goes. So, shoot, 4-player game.
I am very excited. Very excited about the health system. I think it's gonna be that piece that I feel the game is missing right now.
Cool. Oh yeah, Grip was actually a really big inspiration for a lot of the art they do when I was doing Lost Orbit. For not the art, but like I really love their like their banners and their logo and stuff. I love the upside down stuff. It was really awesome. I like how it's Grip. It says the word grip no matter which way you look at it, which is really cool, like upside down or right side up, because the game is like that too. You can like flip your car and stuff. The game was sweet. I hope these guys did good. I don't know if that game actually sold really well or not, but it was really awesome. I'm a big like F-Zero fan and Wipeout fan and stuff too, so Grip was...
I love Wipeout.
Oh, Wipeout's so good. I love their menus. They're actually a little like crazy by today's standards, because I think everybody kind of calmed down on the menu GUI art and made it a little bit more readable and less artsy. But their menus were so damn artsy. They were actually like kind of hard to use sometimes. But
yeah.
But
yes, I know
nice.
exactly what you mean.
I remember like I got it for PS Plus again, and I was like free the one month. So I'm like, oh, I haven't played this in a while, and I got in here. I'm like, what am I playing? Am I playing a new like campaign, or like I just didn't understand what the hell their menus were saying anymore.
Yeah, well, the menus are like, you know, oh, your choice is like 3 dots in a hexagon, or 2 like it makes no sense.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. Oh, that's pretty funny. Oh, that's cool. Oh, maybe we could get a sweet deal like that. That's one of the things we're like really contemplating, is like, you know, when this game comes out, like, you know, like a lot of people complain with the closed beta. Sometimes they don't have people to play with because we only have like a couple hundred people in the beta, and you know, even to have like 4 other people playing at the same time as you is, you know, the odds aren't super great if they're all around the world and stuff like that, because we kind of have, you know, people in the beta from all over the place. So one of the big concerns is like, yeah, we got to get like a ton of people playing this game in the beginning. So we've been kind of discussing a lot of that. But yeah, if we could get somebody to just like give out the game with some purchase or something, that'd be a pretty sweet like deal with or like sponsorship kind of thing.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Every time you buy a Snickers bar, you get a copy of the game or something, you know.
Or if
Mars bar.
You could get on Humble Choice or something like that too. Would be amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Happy Meal.
Happy Meal, yes. I mean, the golden goose is PS Plus or Xbox Live Arcade, right? But
yes.
Oh, no.
Xbox. What is it called now?
Oh.
Xbox Game Pass.
Game Pass.
Yeah.
But I mean, for us, that would be like Humble Monthly or something like that, right? Because we're on Steam.
Well, I mean, if we do like Xbox, or not Xbox, like Microsoft Windows, they have the Game Pass.
Oh, that's true.
Too, right? So have a Snickers. You're not a gamer and you're hungry. Yeah, you could do that whole thing, right? We have like the corgi, and he's like a real dog, and then you give him a Snickers. I guess he would die though because it's a dog. So that's terrible. Terrible. And one of the animals that could eat chocolate. A pig. Pig's probably fine, right? I don't know. I was like this close to getting a pig over the last couple months. My wife's business, she's a dog groomer, and she got like shut down again because of the whole COVID deal. And she was just like, I don't know, she was kind of bored at home, and so she's like, can we get a pig? Can we get a pig? And she was like showing me all these pig pictures, and like, I love pigs, I would totally get one, but we already have 2 like little boys, which are basically eat as much as pigs right now, and are probably as messy. So I convinced her against it, even though secretly I was like, if she brings home a pig, I'm not really going to be that mad. I have to whisper so she doesn't hear me. But, yeah, no, pigs are awesome. They're so cute. They're weird. Their fur's all like weird and stuff. I love it.
You'd be like Maple.
Would you get like a big pig or like one of those little tiny ones?
Sometimes you don't know. That's the problem. You get, oh, that little green person was small. That's cute. I think so even if you get like a potbelly or like one of those like teacup ones, I think teacups might be different, but like potbellies and a lot of them, there's a chance that they could still grow up to be a huge ass pig, just because they're like bred to be smaller, but it doesn't, like, the genes can sometimes not stick. So sometimes it's like it could be 100 pounds, it could be 800 pounds, you know. So you never know.
I only asked because like when I was in university, one of my neighbors had a pet pig, and it was huge.
Oh yeah.
And they just kept it like it like took up the entire backyard.
Yeah.
Mind you, the backyard was super small, but like we just looked over one morning and there was this big ass pig next door.
Yeah, awesome. I think you got disconnected, Sir Drop Bear, from the game. It looks like.
Yeah, so sad.
That's what the little black portrait up at the top means. So I would imagine you got disconnected for some reason, or maybe you just alt F4.
Yeah.
I guess the chat's delayed, so I'm not really sure.
Yeah, that's true.
It should kick you out of the game if you get disconnected, but sometimes I've noticed it doesn't.
We really appreciate you guys fighting through the bugs. I know they're a pain in the butt, but
yeah,
open beta should be much more bug free for you guys to enjoy. So.
And if you're enjoying the game with all these bugs, just think how pretty good it'll be when it works. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
We're gonna have like a campaign, bring back the bugs.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah,
I miss not being able to play.
Oh, that was me. I was trying to be fancy. I was trying to get in your way, and then still win.
Do you remember the story of the tortoise and the hare? Or I guess the corgi and the corgi?
Corgi and the corgi.
They were both cute, and everybody was happy.
Yeah, that's the only story.
Yeah, many butts, many fluffy butts were wagged. All is well. Shoot, what was I gonna say? Yeah, no, we have a lot of cool stuff planned for the open beta. Oh, it's not working.
Me and you, Alex.
Nope, I'm out of here. Didn't want to start.
Oh, damn. Oh, well.
Yeah. Sorry, bud.
It's all good.
Yeah, we got some pretty exciting stuff coming up.
Something that we haven't really talked to you guys about, I don't think, is that I'm not sure if we're going to do it for the open beta or not, but we would like to if we can get to it. But it's not a gameplay related thing, so there's a possibility it may have to wait till early access. But if you guys play the open beta and or early access, there's a chance that you will be able to get special customization items that no one else will ever be able to get after those time periods.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Which I think should be doable, as long as we get get stuff saved up and whatnot. So it should be fine.
Yeah.
We could have a secret beta with only people that we know from the Discord, and they get stuff. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, Sir Drop Bear is going to have all of them, he says.
Sweet. Yeah,
we'll just make a koala character just for Drop Bear.
Yeah, right? I think it'd be amazing. I think I didn't even know how we overlooked koalas. I feel so silly now. After you posted that, I'm like, yeah, why did we not do this? Oh no, I still can't play.
The other suggestion I really liked was like I think they're called red pandas.
Yeah, red pandas are amazing.
So cute.
Like red pandas.
They're like they look like red raccoons or something mixed with a fox or something.
Yeah, they're very cute. There's a lot of animals I always forget about. I'm like, oh yeah, we should add like this or that, or I don't know. I mean, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, it's like Smash Brothers, like with animal IPs.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we would really like to do exclusive items because, like, basically the way we have items planned is that they'll be seasonal once the game is in early access, and then once it's launched. So, you know, if you play during Season 1, for example, then you'll be able to unlock items that are exclusive to that season, and other people may be able to buy them later, but they will not be unlockable once the season ends. So we'd like to do the same thing for possibly open beta and definitely for early access, where, you know, if you play during those times, there'll be items that only you can get. And some of them may be available later for people to buy, but we definitely want to do some that are exclusive and nobody can ever get again, basically, like beta
get a big
exclusive
early access crown or something, or I don't know. We have some ridiculous ideas for... Oh, crap, I forgot to hold the button. We have some ridiculous ideas for items, so I'm sure we could fit in some fun early access or beta items. We could do a beta fish head. Beta fish, right? Right?
I like it.
Like a little beta fish badge. Fits the animal theme. Oh, double murder.
Or it could be a little fish bowl that you put on your head.
Oh yeah, like a little like a hat, like the piranha plant.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
And it's got
a
little
beta fish swimming around. I like that.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot.
That kind of stuff will be great to show off on your characters too, because I guess the other thing we haven't talked about is you don't just get to show off stuff on your characters in game, but we actually have player profiles that show your character and all your stats and stuff that will be in the game, probably in the open beta, and we're hoping to have those viewable by, you know, people you've played with or different things like that, where they can actually go and look at your profile and see what all your characters have equipped and stuff.
And my favorite thing, which I'm really looking forward to, maybe not my favorite thing, but we're gonna have like a real victory screen when you beat a race too, with like your animal with all its customizations, doing some like happy or sad animations. I think that's gonna be pretty sweet too. Showing your score and stuff. I think that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, the victory screen is gonna be great.
Yeah, we have a bunch of cool ideas. There's like we want to do like
ooh, custom victory poses. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah. I do like that too. Yeah, do we ever talk about that? Like custom, or
no.
like purchasable, or not purchasable, but like unlockable animations? Kind of like Fortnite does, I guess, with their...
yeah, Overwatch does that too.
Yeah,
people
with like
really
their
like
celebrations
that too.
and stuff, right?
We could potentially do an Overwatchy thing with like a play of the game, where it like saves a cool moment where somebody used an item and it killed multiple people or something like that, and do little... you know, unlockable intros for those that have like a cool animation of your character and stuff.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I like victory animations and stuff. That would be awesome.
Yeah, and victory animations would be really good.
100% when they're making eggs, cracking
pose.
an egg. Yeah. Frying an egg, that'd be great. Just like, hey, frying up an egg. I love it. Egg themed victory poses, only egg themed. I like it. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. That's really fun. Like we could do a bunch of dances and then we could get sued by some rappers. That's always good PR.
Yeah,
I like.
We could definitely do customizable. Was we've been talking about like the D-pad chat feature where you can like yell things at each other during the race, and we can definitely have like unlockable custom ones of that too, I think.
Oh, that's cool. We never really talked about that. So one of the things we're doing for again, ideally for the next beta, but at least the very minimums for early access is we really want you to be able to like trash talk each other, right? So like right now you can honk at each other or like bark or whatever while you're playing if you don't have an item. So if you press the item shoot button, if you don't have an item, you'll like bark or meow or oink or squawk, whatever the bird does. I was gonna say quack, but that's not the right one. Anyways, so we're gonna have a little thing on the D-pad where you can like I don't know, yell emojis at other people, just so you know, whatever. You just have a little way to communicate with people without, you know, words and stuff, because it's kind of like a family-friendly-ish kind of game in a way, right? Well, not according to Ben. He had some wild ideas of what those things could be, but so yeah, emojis and emotes might be a really cool thing to like unlock too, and it'd be cool if you this is adding way more work to you, Mark, or whoever's going to do this for menus, but to be able to like pick what like 4 emojis show up on your D-pad.
Yes, right? I would love that. Yeah, so, I think we should definitely have that.
Yeah, and they could change too. We could have like different ones while you're playing, different ones if you're dead. Like, so if you're waiting for, I mean, I guess that might not happen as much in the future, but let's say if you were waiting for your checkpoint to start and you were dead, you would have your like dead emojis. But anyways, that'd be a really cool thing to like unlock and be like, oh, I got a new like anger emoji. Let me slap it onto my D-pad and then I'll be able to use it next game.
I think those would be great unlockables for sure.
That'd be a fun thing to do for like, cause they're fairly simple too. They're just like little pictures and stuff, right? So it'd be kind of cool to do for like early access and exclusive ones too. Like you got like a beta king. Like
I survived the beta.
Yeah, bug squasher, bug reporter.
And yeah, that's the other thing too. Sir Drop Bear said new season items too. Like all the things that we talk about, unlockable customizations and animations and emotes and blah blah blah. Every season there will be new ones made of those in the game, so we'll always be adding new ones. You'll never get to a point where you've just like unlocked all of them.
Oh my god!
There'll always be new ones coming. So we can even get feedback on those. Like even once the game's out, we can have people giving feedback on what they want to see next season or whatever.
For sure, like community driven ones for sure. And then I think we want to do, again, this is like our big ideals for the game, for like the full scope game, but if you do really well during a season, let's say you place in the top 100 people of like, I don't know, your score for the season or something like that, you would get like exclusive items that only the top 100 people would get or something like that. I don't know, lots of fun stuff like that.
Yeah, like medals or something like that.
Only golden jacket like in golf. Oh my god. something fun like that, like a money pattern. So sorry, your question there, Sir Dropper, you're asking if what our policy is for DLC. So we're still kind of contemplating a lot of things, so I'll kind of tell you our current plan. So with every season, you'll get a pack of like things that are required for the game. So if we have new game modes or new tracks or whatever, those will come with every season. The seasons will be free. So everybody can get them because we kind of need everybody to have the same maps and the same, items or game modes or whatever like that. So you're not like locked out from participating in something. And then each of those seasons will, like Mark said, will come with like a bunch of free items that you can unlock in the game or purchase with like in-game currency that's just like free for playing and stuff like that.
Yeah, you will earn it from every race, coins.
Exactly, yeah. So yeah, as you race, you'll get coins. The better you place, you'll get more coins, whatever. We're still kind of discussing how to do the whole coin business system, but like whether you get multipliers or there's coins to pick up in the game or whatever, right? So we'll do that, and then we will most likely have the ability for you to just like buy more coins if you want, kind of like Fall Guys does, or a lot of other games do, where like all this stuff is free if you want to grind it out and keep playing and then eventually earn enough coins. But you could buy coins if you like. If you saw like a hat you really wanted, and you're like, I don't want to wait till I have whatever coins. You can buy those. And then we're thinking of doing like paid DLC for like a couple new characters every season. So you'd get a couple new characters for free in the game. But then if you wanted like, again, this isn't set in stone, but like we're thinking, let's say if you like dogs, for instance, we would have like a dog DLC where you would get like a whole bunch of different dog heads for your dog suit. So if you don't want to play as the Corgi, you could like swap out your Corgi for like a wolf or a hyena or a German Shepherd or something like that. I don't know. We're still kind of like planning out a lot of that stuff. That's kind of our idea right now, but we'll be working with the community, I think, a lot over the summer to figure out
definitely
what people want us to do and what they like, what's like I don't know what the word is, but like what feels bad or good is in terms of like paying for things or getting free stuff. So
we're definitely not trying to turn the game into like some microtransaction sinkhole or anything like that. We definitely want it to feel fair. We want you to feel like you can unlock everything by playing a reasonable amount of time, but that the option to purchase coins is there if we go that route. And the paid DLC stuff would be something super substantial that took an artist like quite a lot of work to create as well. Exactly. So we think it would be worth the extra cost.
And we want to be fair about it. Unique, like Mark said, right? It wouldn't just be like, I don't know, like a new paint job or a new hat or something. Like it'd be like a whole new, like set of characters or something like that, right? So, but yeah. So the animal head. So let's say right now I'm playing as the corgi, and he has the corgi suit. So we're thinking, as opposed to making like a ton of different suits for every single, like, say, dog we make, what we could do is have a DLC pack, like a canine pack, for instance, where you get to keep the same suit as the corgi currently has, and he's like your dog character. But instead of playing as the corgi head and tail, you could replace it with like any other like dog themed character that we. That's a pretty good.
Yeah, it could be like a different race of dog, like a Dalmatian or a pug, or it could be something like a wolf or a fox because they're similar to a dog, stuff like that. But it would be like a bunch of them that you'd get if you were willing to buy the DLC for however much it was.
Yeah, and they'd be purely cosmetic, so they wouldn't be, nothing would ever like affect the game. You'd be able to play the game entirely, regardless of, like if you bought it, everything would be available.
Yeah, we would never be selling any levels or gameplay mechanics of any kind.
Yeah, so. But anyways, like I said, I think we'll be working with the community over the summer and stuff too, to like really hammer out that kind of stuff. So that's kind of our plan right now, but things can kind of change. So not really, Jackster there. Just because I guess we didn't really build that in mind. We did talk about boosters recently. I think we could probably replace those, but the suits aren't really built in that kind of way, unfortunately. Just we didn't really have. I don't know, that would take like a ton of planning. I like that a lot, like having different stuff, but maybe in the future, if the game does really well, we can maybe redesign some of the characters to have them a bit more interchangeable, but no, unfortunately not. I think we could do the heads.
The heads we can definitely do.
Yeah, the way they're kind of built right now.
I think if we had customizable suits at some point, it would be more like just a full suit swap, kind of like the way Overwatch does it, but a little more customizable because like maybe you could have a steampunk version of the suit that has like pipes coming out of it all over the place and like a ticking clock and like some gears showing in a certain spot, and that would be like a whole new suit model that was like the same shape. That's a potential version of that we could do, and then you could put your customizations on top of that. But as far as like actually swapping separate parts of the suit, I don't. That, like Alex said, it wouldn't really be possible the way that the characters are created right now. But.
What we could do though in the future is like if we brought out a character that was like just like a skeleton, like a robot skeleton, like he was like nothing, and then you could unlock or like get different body parts, and that was just like a type of character, like he was like a robo dog or robo like animal or something like that. And that was his customizable stuff. So we could probably do something like that, but it would be like a brand new character or something that would have to be designed from, with that kind of stuff in mind, right? But it is a really cool idea.
It is a very cool idea. Yeah.
I did bring up the thing, or somebody brought up the thing the other day about having customizable like booster packs, and then Vince, our artist, is like, "Oh my God, stop scoping up the game." He said it in a more polite way, but he was just like you're basically like, you're killing me here. What are you doing?
Yeah, the issue with interchangeable stuff too is just the way the characters are built and their skeleton and everything. Like, it would just be difficult to accomplish that.
Yeah, for sure.
The way that the models are built and having them work with the animations and blah blah blah.
Yeah. Oh God. Sorry, I died. The one cool thing, I don't know if I'm sure you guys probably noticed if you played the game, but maybe if you didn't customize your characters a lot, our goal right now, which seems to be working out quite well, is any item you get will fit any character, which is kind of neat too. So like if you get the knitted hat, once you unlock the knitted hat, any of the characters that you have in the game could use that hat and wear it and stuff like that. So that's a big goal for our game too, which which is kind of working out so far. We might have like custom items in the future that are like, oh, only the dogs could wear this one if it's like it really only fits their model or something like that. But right now, everything is like pretty.
Yeah, we are attempting to have everything interchangeable between all the characters, and it is so far.
Yeah,
and that'll include new characters that come out too, because we do have new characters coming. It's not just going to be the 4.
Yeah, so the 4 are going to release for early access, and then we have 4 other ones that will be releasing throughout early access as well, as part of updates. So the other thing you might have noticed... Oh, sorry, Mark. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, that's what we have planned so far. We'd probably continue doing like another round of characters once the game releases if it does well as well.
Yeah, so we're going to do Smash Brothers style announcements, where they're going to be super exciting.
where the corgi bites out the neck of like one of the other characters and kills them.
Sephiroth murders the hell out of stuff. I'm going to be sitting in front of a fern talking about it all the time.
Oh my god, a track maker. Yeah, I've always wanted to do something like that. I don't know how cool. I don't know how possible it is, but it's always kind of been in the back of my mind because of the way that we design the tracks so that they're created along a spline, so that it's actually fairly simple for us to create the shape of the track that we want, but placing items and stuff is difficult. So we'd have to build a whole custom editor for creating your own track and give you a bunch of like obstacles you could set and stuff. But it's not outside of the realm of possibility if the game does well that could definitely be something we could consider.
Yeah, listen, if the game makes like Rocket League money, like we're gonna add some crazy stuff in here because
Yeah, it's gonna be insane.
Yeah, if we if we can, we love working on this game, so there's nothing nothing really stopping us from on the creative side of things, right? Trackmaker would be pretty cool, like Mark said. Actually, we have a lot of the tools for it. Like if we did like kind of like a hologram version of the track or something, like where it was not very art intensive, where you wouldn't be like responsible for placing stuff. Like it was just kind of like on the design front, we could probably do it.
Like a Metal Gear VR missions version.
Yeah.
Where you just had like different shapes as obstacles and they were just like holographic instead of actually placing rocks and stuff.
Oh, and then we could do? We could have like a vote every season where the track with like if you got to like upload them online or something like that. We're totally overscoping the game. Please don't think that any of this is actually ever going to make it in, especially for launch, anyways. But yeah, imagine somebody like whatever we kind of like Mario Maker, right? Like you upload your tracks, right? Everybody votes and stuff. So let's say every season we took the most fan favorite track and we arted it up for the next season.
Oh, that would be so good.
Like whoever won, they would get to name the track or whatever, as long as it wasn't grotesque, and or just be named after them or something like that. And then they maybe pick a theme for us too. They're like, oh, I want this to be on like a lava planet or in something crazy. And then next season they log into the game and their level is there, but all like pretty and with art and stuff.
That would be so cool.
I don't know if anybody's ever done that for game design. That'd be pretty awesome.
The only thing close to that is like in StarCraft, most of the maps on like the multiplayer ladder are made by the community, but they have like a whole tool set.
Oh, is that you, Ben? That was amazing.
I hit the wrong button, but that was pretty cool. Yeah.
I am the greatest at the game we just made.
Yeah, the thing about doing like a track creator is like definitely what Sir Drop Bear said, like keeping the game fresh and relevant, like where we're not the only ones making tracks, but just having something like that in a game makes it infinitely more interesting to a lot of people I know. Like if you can create your own tracks, that's like a whole other can of worms. Like people will get obsessed with it and like uploading them on the workshop and stuff or something like that, or we could have like a track browser in the game maybe.
Well, like one of the games we used to compare this game to when we first started is Trials. Before we realized it was nothing really like it, aside from being 4 people on the same screen for multiplayer. But Trials has like a really in-depth track editor with like all the art and stuff too, because they're like owned by Ubisoft now, so they could afford to do all the bananas stuff. But they've always had a track editor, and I remember those guys saying like when they first made Trials, they the track editor they kind of made for themselves, and then they're like, oh, this is pretty great, we should just add it to the game too, and then work around all the other stuff. So But yeah, I think that's kept that game like alive for a long time.
That's the Blizzard ones too. They actually like build their campaigns in the world editor that they make for fans. It's basically just like their user interface for their people to build the game in. And half of the reason that the Blizzard RTSs are so popular is because they have editors for the game. Like, that is a big part of the reason. Same with Bethesda games.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're moddable. That's why they're popular.
I mean,
Without
if you could put Macho Man in this game, like, it would live on forever. Or, Thomas the Dank Engine, that's, like, the best one.
Thomas the Dank Engine. Yeah, and you gotta have the Thomas theme music playing so loud that it crackles the speakers.
So obnoxious. Oh my god.
I approve.
So I was watching Ant-Man the other day.
Yeah.
You guys have seen it, right?
Of course, yeah. I love it.
You know the scene where they're fighting in the kids' room and then Thomas the Tank Engine gets turned into Norman and smashes through the wall?
Segue. Sorry, yeah.
But I was so disappointed that like the Thomas the Tank Engine music didn't play when that happened.
I know, seriously. Or like DMX or something at least.
Yeah. It was hilarious. Huge
there's
Thomas.
There's probably an edit online.
Oh, I'm sure there is, yeah.
Sure.
They could have just like made like a Marvel cinematic orchestral version of the Thomas theme to play during the fight scene, and like you can only pick it up if you know it. You know?
That's awesome. I like when they put him into Resident Evil games too. That was scary when they replace the Tyrant or whatever, like the Nemesis with him.
Yeah.
Oh, with Thomas.
Yeah. Oh, it's terrifying. Thomas. There's been a few other ones that would have been really good. You know, I'm surprised. I'm surprised. And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong because this might exist, but I was very surprised that the dragon like replacement, like they did with Macho Man and stuff, didn't happen to Bernie Sanders when the Bernie Sanders meme was going around.
Oh my god, it probably did.
Did you guys see the Star Wars Battlefront one with Bernie? That one was my favorite. Somebody modded him into Star Wars as like a Sith, and he had like a dual red lightsaber. But it was a 3D model someone made of him in the chair. He didn't like animate or move. It was just the chair like rotating around with the lightsabers. It was amazing.
That's so funny.
Amazing.
Yeah, I know everyone's sick of that meme, but oh my god, that was my favorite thing of this year so far. I laughed so much.
When it was fresh, it was amazing.
I couldn't get enough for a while, and then it got destroyed, but it was really good.
He made a lot of money, like for charity on that.
Yeah, I saw. We should have him on a stream. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, our politicians play games. I guess those the American ones do too. We could probably get Bernie. We got Jagmeet and AOC playing Among Us. They'd probably play some Bumper or some Rocket Rumble.
Oh yeah, they definitely would.
Yeah. AOC has a great Twitch stream. We could probably get her on here.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, we're probably close in followers of where she is. So. Our friends here in St. Catharines, old students of mine as well. They have a company here called Devil Cider Games, and they put out a game recently called Cat Colony Crisis, and it's like a COVID-based cat game. So if you're interested in playing that, it's on Steam and itch and Android and stuff like that. It's free to play. It's just like they won an award from IndieCade. Anyways, the reason I bring it up, that was they were actually brought up that idea of getting Jagmeet to play their game because it's like kind of political and COVID related and stuff like that. They're like, oh, I wonder if we could convince him to play some Cat Colony. And I'm like, that would be amazing if you could get because they were on like BBC and stuff, like they were doing all this like super Canadian like media stuff too. So I'm like, you could probably convince him to do it. He's probably pretty bored by now. Not much politics going around.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw they posted a thing today that said that they had 15,000 downloads on the App Store.
Yeah, Google Play, they've been kicking butt.
I don't know if that's good for like a free-to-play App Store game or not, but it seems like a high number to me. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I've had friends put out free-to-play games before, and they're just like, I'm at like 100. You know, so they're definitely doing something right, which is great. I mean, the game is obviously like cool with cats and stuff. Doesn't love COVID cats. Well, maybe one of those things, but
the love cats.
The love cats, yeah. But yeah, it's a fun game. Sneezing cats, you gotta isolate sneezing cats. You get to spray them with a water bottle if they're if they're frolicking around together, it's great. But yeah, get some politicians to play. Alright.
Oh, I think I might have found a bug for you, Mark.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
I'm in the customization menu and the patterns aren't working.
Oh. Are both your colors the same?
That
okay.
might be. Oh yeah, they are. Never
Do you
mind.
have the black corgi? Has he made it to you yet?
No, I'm stupid and made the colors the same.
No, I had a corgi that somebody sent me.
Maybe
our
I had
feature
like
bug.
orange.
Oh, do you? Okay, I had a corgi that was
I
like
got
a
orange.
police corgi. He was like, he had his like default white, but then both of his colors were black, so then the patterns didn't show up.
Ah.
Yeah, that was a sweet one. So we have this bug right now for anybody that's playing, if you've noticed. So you can customize your character, but sometimes after a game, you will have a different character or a different customization feature. So we have this bug for, I don't know how it happens or whatever. It just kind of happened for the beta. But sometimes you get other people's. Oh no! Get out of here! Oh, enlarger for the win. Damn it. So sometimes you get other people's, like people that you play with, you get their customizations the next time you load up the game. Which is a bug, but it's also kind of fun. Sometimes I load up the game and I'm just like, oh, look at this. I got this like orange corgi. Is pretty sweet. And sometimes you get like a full getup that people do. And it's been a few times where I'm just like, oh, this is a great like color combo with this pattern. Yeah, like this one. Look at this guy. This guy's sweet. I love these beam glasses. Anyways,
it would be cool to. Sorry,
no, go ahead.
I don't know.
It's irrelevant.
I don't know how we could do it, but it would be cool if we could have customization items with Steam Workshop support. I don't know how that's done, really, because that's not done with an editor. That's just done like some way of modding the game, and people can
people
upload
just like
to the
model
workshop.
stuff, and I don't know, upload models. I have no idea how it works. I've never workshopped anything.
Yeah,
actually,
but that would
true.
be kind
I
of
think
cool.
Vince workshopped something. I think he made something for Dota or whatever, like 12 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he made. Yeah, we never got it like approved, but it was just something we wanted to do for fun. I think it was Dota or League, one of them. He made like a mask and stuff, and like a I don't know, something. I don't remember. He's not here, so I have no idea what he made. But yeah, he did that for that, and I don't remember. They had some sort of thing. I think they like give you a template. I think maybe we'd have to like give a character, and they would have to like build to it, and we'd probably have like specifications of like where to put pivots and things. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really know how it works, but it would be kind of cool to look into it and see if that's
Cool
something
thing
that's
to-
feasible.
Yeah, look into it for the future. Yeah. But if you guys have any ideas for customization items that you'd like to see, yeah, jump in our Discord. And oh my God, that thing came out of nowhere. Oh. It's terrifying. Sometimes I have nightmares about it. I actually had a nightmare about this game. Did I tell you guys that? I know talking about your dreams is kind of boring sometimes, but this one was pretty fun. I was at like my house or something, I don't know, and the pig was outside of my house, but he was like drunk or something, and I was trying to get him inside, and he was just sitting in the snow, covered in snow. I'm like, dude, you gotta go inside, you're gonna die. And I don't know if he was just making pig noises, but he was just a pig in his full armor, like sitting outside my house. And I guess it wasn't really a nightmare, but it was just, a little surreal. But
it's from all that talk about getting a pig.
oh, maybe, yeah. I mean, my lives are crossing over. This is the pig.
That's what your life might be like.
Yeah, seriously. Get in the damn house, you pig! Sometimes I'd have to yell at my dogs too. They'll frolic in the snow and they don't want to come back in.
My dog's the opposite.
Oh, really? Oh, my dog's
We open the door, there's snow, she's like, no, we're not going in.
Oh, that's funny.
Unless she's like really has to go to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my dogs love it out there. I have one dog that has like super long hair, and he like, I don't know, he's kind of like, he doesn't really like the outdoors most of the time. Like, he hates going for walks for too long. But in the snow, he loves it. I think he just stays warm, so he just frolics the hell out of there. They also love the skunk that we have living there, so that's great.
That's my biggest fear.
Oh. It's okay. Once they get sprayed like 4 times, everything in your house smells like skunk. You just don't notice it anymore. You just live with it, It's fine. It's true.
Do you guys know that we don't have skunks here?
What?
Oh, really?
Like,
Yeah, we don't have very many critters at all, to be honest.
how?
Really?
There's no raccoons, there's no porcupines.
Like, in your area, or like your province?
On the island.
Oh, serious?
The whole-
Oh.
Whole island.
I guess islands are like that sometimes, where like, if an animal leaves, then that's it. I have a funny story about that. It's not funny. It's nature, funny, sad. But anyways, I really love New Zealand, and I always wanted to go to New Zealand at some point. And I remember reading this thing about New Zealand at one point. They had these like, what was it? Were they birds? I think that were like really getting kind of endangered, and mainly because these ferrets loved eating these damn birds, and so they like killed them all off on the main island, and then the only birds that were left were like on some of the like smaller islands, and the ferrets would swim to these islands to murder these endangered birds because they were so delicious. They wanted these birds so bad. They would leave their island and swim over, however far it was, to eat the hell out of this bird.
That's so weird.
Yeah, I didn't know that, Angie. Though that's interesting. Oh, you're missing out. Skunks are such a gift. Beautiful little waddlers. I love them. They're just like fat little creatures. I love possums. Possums are my jam.
We have a bunch of possums
Do you? Oh,
in our
keep them.
backyard or
Oh,
near the
really?
backyard. Yeah.
Oh my god, I want one. We don't
I
have any
did.
possums.
Kind of a sad story. I did find a dead one this last summer, and it was actually dead. It wasn't doing the possum thing. But I made sure.
He was actually dead. Echidnas are incredibly cute. I very much agree. Oh, we should do an echidna. They're very cute.
Knuckles.
Yeah. Oh, we just do knuckles. Yeah, we call them like I don't know, fingers or joints.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, more different knuckles. The possums are really good. Fun fact. This is turning into a science stream now.
Yeah.
Possums are really great because they eat ticks, and they are almost immune to Lyme disease, so they can't get it or spread it. So, if you have possums, just surround yourself in possums. No ticks, no Lyme disease. Good times. Yeah.
We don't have possums here.
Oh. Do you have ticks? You must have a lot of ticks.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Lyme
Sure, we have
disease is
ticks.
fun. Skunks were always around my old work in the summer. Scared the crap out of me one morning. Oh man, they will scare the crap out of you. I had that happen to me when I was a kid. I used to mow the lawn for this old lady across the street, and I remember like getting into her lawn one day, or like into her backyard, and there was just this giant skunk tail sticking out of the shrubs there, and I was just like, oh my god, this is gonna suck. And he just left. Like, he didn't give a damn. He's like, oh, this is a human. But yeah. And like I love skunks, but if you see one up close and you're not prepared for it, your heart just like stops. You're just like, oh no, I'm gonna smell.
Yeah.
But yeah, it works out. I love their waddle though. They get fat. We had like a whole bunch living under our neighbor's house, and she was going insane because she has this like really like, it's like an in-law suite she lives in for our neighbors. It's like this like shitty house that they built for her. And so she's like, yeah, I could hear the skunks like scratching under my floorboards all night.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, oh, that's cute. She's like, no, it's not cute.
Sounds awful.
Yeah, it's probably not great. I feel you get used to it. It's like living next to a train. It's just white noise. Just couldn't sleep without it after.
Yeah.
Yeah, echidnas are great. We could have an echidna. There's a lot of, like, we didn't do a lot of, like, interesting animals. We did lots of, like, Canadian animals or, like, standard ones. We should have done, like, a pangolin or, I don't know, other cool ones. Pangolins are cool. Pangolins? Pangolins?
I have to do, like, an endangered species pack.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Hey, you guys want to hear something funny?
Always.
And there's only a limited amount of them.
This is totally unrelated, but this news thing just popped up, and I was reading it. So apparently, Metallica was playing a live show for BlizzCon, and it was being streamed on Twitch and it got overdubbed with generic like elevator music because of copyright concerns.
Yeah,
like
Twitch
the
thought someone
official
was
stream.
stealing Metallica.
And everybody is like laughing their asses off because Metallica is like the most hardcore about copyright. They like
I
took
know.
Napster to court back in the day and like
Yeah.
everything, and now they're having their own official concert dubbed over with like elevator music. It's hilarious.
Really funny.
That's
I know.
hilarious.
It is so funny.
I love that they thought. I mean, good for Metallica for them playing so well that Twitch thought it was like a recording of their album.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't sound like
That's
live
true.
music, right?
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
funny.
that's
man.
really funny. Endangered.
They finally got
Endangered
their,
Species Pack would be cool. Sorry, I was just reading the comments there.
No,
Yeah, sorry.
I was just. It's funny that they finally got their comeuppance for all
I
that
know.
copyright stuff.
I
20
love
years later.
Metallica, but all that Napster stuff was just stupid. I'm like, guys, you have so much money. Just get out of here.
Yeah, just forget it.
Get out of here. Oh my god, get out of here, Lars. Yeah. Yeah, Ninja Species Pack would be pretty cool. Donate it to the World Wrestling Federation. Awesome.
Yeah. Vince McMahon would love that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, there's almost every animal's in danger. We basically pick anything we want. A couple whales,
The Rock.
the Golans. Did you see The Rock? I guess there's
Yeah.
only one of him.
There's only one. He's part of the WWE. Well, he's not anymore. Probably.
I think he
Is
comes
he-
back once in a
I
while.
think he might. I think he is. Yeah.
It's weird when he comes back. I watched some videos of him when he comes back, and like, it just doesn't work anymore because he has this whole like WWE persona where he pretends to be a huge asshole, but you know that he's not actually
He's
like
like the
that, so it
nicest
totally
guy,
doesn't
yeah.
work. Yeah,
Very funny.
it's weird.
He's just gonna sing "You're Welcome" soon.
He's the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's Maui. He's the dude from other things. He has his own show now too.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, lots of good endangered animals. We could do lots of cool things. I always like donating money from like a DLC pack or something. I always thought that was like a cool idea. You could pick, we could have a DLC pack per animal, and then our fans could decide which one to save. The pack with the most sales is the only one we donated to. Just, you know, or do something really dark. It's not really dark, I guess it could be.
But also charitable.
But also charitable, yeah, it's a little bit of charity.
Our next live stream will be us in like the wilderness with a gun. Like, you didn't pay for the pangolins, so.
Yeah, gone.
I like this idea. From chat, Sir Drop Bear said a game mode, a speed run mode where you have to keep the boost up and keep above a certain speed or you die. Taken from the movie Speed.
That sounds
he said.
grim.
Yeah, I like it. We have Keanu Reeves as like one of the characters. We could have Keanu the cat from the movie that came out, I think called Keanu. Is that what it was called? Do you guys remember that? It was the Key and Peele movie. What was that movie called?
Oh,
It was
I
like
do
a John
remember
Wick,
that.
it was like a John Wick spoof, but they had a cat kidnapped by a bunch of gangsters, and the cat's name was Keanu. I don't remember what that movie was called, but we could do a license with them, or we could put Keanu in the game, and then it could be a speed mode. Oh yeah, we could do that too, or like, I mean, we could call him Neo. There's a billion things. We could call him Woe. There's a million things we could call. I like, Wild Stallion. That's, what was that movie? Oh my god. Was that the Swayze one? With Keanu? What was that one called? Point Break? Was that from Point Break? I always forget.
I don't know.
Oh, was that from Bill and Ted? Oh, I did not catch that then. Did anybody watch the new Bill and Ted? I forgot that actually came out.
I haven't seen it yet,
No.
no.
Yeah, I'm so bad, like, these days that movies coming out. Hey, get out of here. That was crazy. Ah. Yeah,
Oh, good block.
it's kind of weird, eh? Like, when they just keep making sequels to old movies. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't work. I was watching Netflix the other day, and you know how like Netflix recommends things for you? They had a category, and I thought it said family movies, and it had John Wick 2 in there. And I was like, I don't think that's a family movie, but it said familiar movies. I just misread it.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah. Like, oh, well, I guess he has a dog. He's just like, he is a family with his dog. It's a pretty good family. My son would probably like it. Because you watch Marley and Me, maybe. Yeah, that's the sad one too, right? Did you hear they had to? There was like mods for Cyberpunk they had to ban because people were putting what's his name, Keanu Reeves into like the sexy scenes in the game.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then CD Projekt Red's like, this is too real. They're like, no real actors in the sexy scenes, okay? This is getting strange. That was pretty funny. That's the weird part, right? Like, we start putting real actors into these games, and then we're making them do all, like, weird stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Then there's games, like, that seem like they base their characters on real actors. Like, I always thought Ellie from The Last of Us is, like, borderline infringing on Ellen Page's
well, she was, I think, right? I think they had to change Ellie's design before the game
Oh,
came
really?
out. Yeah, I think she, like,
Oh,
sued them.
shit.
Well, I guess he sued them, sorry. And, yeah, it happens, I'm sure. But my favorite one was the Lindsay Lohan one. She lost her lawsuit. Did you see that one where she sued GTA?
Oh, yeah, I
they
forgot
had that
about
one
that.
like cover art thing with the girl in the like red bikini or whatever, and she's like, I did that pose once, and like it probably was. They probably did have a photo.
You
of
and
her.
5,000 other girls.
Yeah, but yeah, it was one of those like, you know, I guess it's you, but. Used by the Predators. That's pretty good. We should do let's see if Nintendo sues us pack. You should get a skin to replace things with shells.
Well, they'd be turtle shells, not Koopas.
Put Waluigi in there just for kicks.
Yeah, we could have a Wakorgi. Well, I guess well, no, it'd be Wildophilia, right? Because Wakorgi would be like Wario, and then because he's kind of like the Mario of our game. But you're right, Angie. They would just be turtle shells, right? Yeah, we wouldn't call them Koopa shells. We'd just call them tortoise shells or Waphilia. I know it's not a good name. Yeah, we actually talked about a boomerang just a little while ago. Is that like, I don't know, not like cultural appropriation, but is that like, I mean,
it might come back at you if you
get out of here, Ben. I mean, I guess if it was your idea, Sir Drop Bear, then I think that would be fine. But like, I don't know, is it like a stereotype? Oh my god, to give like a koala a boomerang. I forgot who else. Somebody else. I guess they made a big deal about Nintendo, right? With Odyssey, they were like with their stereotypes for like I don't know, like when he was like in Mexico, he had the sombrero and stuff. But then people were like, "That's just fine." Right? Yeah. Yeah. Nobody uses it. No, I mean we're Commonwealth, so we like, you know, we're pretty much Australia. We're the North Australia over here. We have our own fun stereotypes too, with like maple syrup. But all of ours are true. I'm sure, you know.
It's true.
It's true, right? Yeah, like there's all the stereotypes for like Australians and stuff, mainly because like the 2 Crocodile Dundee movies that came out, and everybody just assumed that's Australia. But then any stereotype.
It's true. That was my vision for the longest time.
That's all I know of Australia, or like Kangaroo Jack. Yeah, I don't know. Like there's not a lot of good Australian
Irwin.
Huh?
Steve Irwin?
Yeah, Steve Irwin. That's a solid. That's
the Crocodile Hunter, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think he was a Crocodile Hunter. Unless it was
no.
Steve Irwin, Crocodile Hunter. But yeah, no, all the Canadian ones, anything you hear about Canada, totally true. We say sorry all the time. We say A all the time. I eat maple syrup at least once a week. Not even kidding.
Yeah, I just built an igloo outside.
It was a dingo with a boomerang. I think there was a game. Wasn't there a game with a dingo? What was that game called? It was like an older game, like a platformer or something, right? It was like a dingo with a boomerang with the Australian like outback hat. There was like something like that. What was that?
Manian Tiger.
Yeah. Is that what he was? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's not technically Australian, but I think it is though. I don't know what Tasmania is.
It's like an island off of off of Australia.
Like an island.
It's like an island, yeah.
It is Australia? Okay. Oh, it is? Okay. Cool. He says it's part of Australia. I just wasn't sure.
I apologize. The education.
The only thing that I really knew, at least for the longest time about Australia, was from watching The Rescuers Down Under. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie, but I loved that movie when I was a kid. Oh my god.
That's a good call. That, Finding Nemo, and actually The Simpsons. That episode of The Simpsons was pretty great. I don't know if you guys.
Oh, where they? Yeah, I remember that. They went to Australia. Yeah,
they did go to Australia with the. I would have called them Chazwazzas with the frogs, the toads. I always remember that. It's pretty funny. But yeah, anything you hear about Canada is totally true.
Yeah. We eat poutine. We love poutine.
We do love poutine. Yeah, it's just cheesy fries for any of our American friends here, but it's got cheese curds. $900. That episode is great. That's not a knife. This is a knife. That's a spoon. I see you've played knifey spoonies before.
Oh my
God. I love The Simpsons. I rewatched all of The Simpsons when Disney Plus came out. That's the first thing I did from start to finish, and my 3-year-old loves it. I have a Homer Simpson beer opener, and he's like, "Oh, Simpsons!" I'm like, "Yeah, you probably shouldn't be watching this, but it's fine. It's really not that bad these days."
You are Australian, Sir Dropbear?
Simpsons. I can never get enough of The Simpsons.
Yeah, you are? Okay, cool. I thought so. I just wasn't sure.
Oh, cool.
Could I ask you something? Like, just randomly? I've heard that...
Is it the toilet thing?
No, I've heard that games, in particular, are, extremely expensive, and there's, a huge problem in Australia with, the physical sale of games and them being way overpriced. I'm not sure.
Really, eh? Wow.
Yeah, if that's, a thing or not. I just remember hearing about that.
Oh, that's interesting.
A few years ago.
I know there was, a lot of, rating stuff in Australia, because I think, GTA got banned and stuff. There's Red Dead or something.
What was it?
I don't remember what it was.
GTA, that GTA knockoff game. I used to love it too.
Yeah.
What, Mafia?
No. The crazy one with the Sharknadoes.
Saints Row.
Saints Row, yes.
Was that good? Did that get
I think
banned?
that got. They had to alter it. One of them, they had to alter it. They had to remove certain weapons.
You're right. There was a weapon or something they had to remove, yeah. Every country has their own stuff for ratings, yeah. I never heard about that, about the price of games. That's interesting.
Yeah, I remember hearing that there was something about the price being, extremely high.
It's interesting.
But I'm not sure if it was, a few years ago now, and maybe it's not a problem anymore, or what.
I mean, we kind of have that in Canada a little bit too with the States. Our dollar was really good for a year. It was on par or better than the American dollar for a little while. And so they're
I remember that.
They're that's unfair. Let's raise the price of Canadian games by $10. And we're yeah, okay, fine. And then the dollar went back to being shitty again. They're we're gonna keep it.
Whoa. Okay, Sir Dropbear says, okay, I'm not too sure due to the conversion rate, but for example, PS5 games are $109.95 Australian, Depends on the games, I think. As for the rating system and release of God of War for PS4 was when it happened. We got the R18 plus rating for games, as we didn't have that. That's insane. They rated God of War 18 plus.
Was that God of War 3?
Why?
Or like the new God?
No,
PS4,
I'm assuming he means the new one. Yeah.
Oh, that one was like more tame than the old God of War games too.
How could that one get an 18 plus rating? Is there a sex scene in that or something?
No. The old ones used to have like the super cringy sex scenes.
Yeah, they were way worse.
Oh, so much worse.
Probably said fuck.
There was button presses for sexy time. It was super weird.
That's so weird. I don't know. I don't understand why that one would get an R18 rating started in the country.
It's pretty violent. But like I mean, rip people's faces apart and stuff. But
oh,
that's interesting.
He said that they had censored games, like Left 4 Dead 2 was heavily censored before they had the R18 rating.
Oh,
the max we had was 15 plus.
Wow.
Okay, I guess that makes sense because our rating system here and in the States, there is a mature rating that's technically for 17 plus. But the thing about the ESRB and the ratings here is that they're not really enforced. Like you can go into EB Games and it's not a big deal. Like they won't not sell you a game. If you're like really young, they might not sell you a mature game unless you have your parents with you, but it's not really a big deal over here, I guess.
Yeah, it's like buying alcohol in Poland. They don't care. If you have money, just take it.
Yeah, they'll take your money. They don't care. Yeah. And if they do care, you can just go to some other store and they won't ask, Like it doesn't really matter.
That's interesting. Wow. Yeah, every country has some like funny, or not funny, but like has some like stipulations on ratings and stuff. My favorite one, we used to have a programmer that worked with us from Scotland, and one of the funny things we found out was they had to rename certain TV shows in Scotland because they were like named too violently or too like, I don't know, whatever, mature for children.
So weird.
So like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, for instance, in Scotland were called Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, and same with Beast Wars. They were called Beasties in Scotland, which we also got here sometimes. Like sometimes if you watch Beast Wars here, back in the day, there was like a Transformers show called Beast Wars for anybody that's under the age of 50 or whatever I am. It was called Beast Wars, but then once in a while you turn on a certain station, it'd be called Beasties, and I'm like, why is the name different?
I remember Beasties.
You remember Beasties? Yeah, sometimes it was
when they
Beasties,
changed the name.
Sometimes it was Beast Wars, and that's why it was from. I don't know if it was necessarily just Scotland or like UK in general, but.
I totally remember that because I was a huge I loved Beast Wars when I was younger. That was like my Transformers because I was too young at the time for like the original.
Oh wow.
And I remember like years later when they were re-airing it and I would see it and they'd go through the whole theme song and then at the end instead of Beast Wars it would be Beasties and I remember thinking it sounded so stupid.
I've never seen the Ninja Turtles one, but Sloan our programmer, used to tell us about it. Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles.
That's so dumb.
Yeah,
Come
ninja
on.
was too much of a word. I wonder if they edited the live action movie like, go hero, go.
I just want it to be like every time Ninja was mentioned in the movie, they just dubbed over it.
Yeah,
hero. Really badly.
Yeah, it's like somebody said it
Stop
once.
Stop those heroes.
Yeah, Mr. Black. Yeah, like one of those. Yeah. That's pretty funny. That's interesting. Yeah, Sir Dropper said you actually have to have an ID to purchase. M15 games.
M15? I'm pretty sure you technically are supposed to have an ID here to purchase the M17 games, but nobody enforces that I've ever seen.
Yeah, no.
Unless you're like a little child trying to buy Grand Theft Auto, then maybe they might enforce it. I don't know. But
I remember being a kid and renting Mortal Kombat and stuff from Blockbuster and whatever. Nobody cared. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's more just like a guideline here. It's not actually like law. But I don't know. Maybe that's changed, but I don't think so.
I know the Devil's Siders peeps. They said they one of the things when they were releasing their game for the Russian rating, I think it was Russian, they weren't allowed to mention poop. If you mentioned poop, you weren't allowed to release on the App Store or something like that.
Really?
Yeah. He's like,
weird.
Do we have poop in our game? Do the cats poop? And so, oh yeah, they do because they have litter boxes. I was painting up their litter boxes, and they're like, okay, you gotta paint them dirty, but it can't look like poop. It's gotta look like somebody like sneezed in them or something. Yeah.
Huh.
So silly. That's a weird one for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
It's
But, yeah,
strange.
whatever. Everybody's got their thing.
They must just not like it because, it's like the don't go in the pool 15 days after having diarrhea situation.
No, isn't it obvious? It's because of Putin.
It's a Putin.
Dude, he might be watching.
Too many people made fun of his name.
Yeah. He's like, no.
If I don't show up for the next stream, you know what happened.
Yeah, all of it. Me and Ben are dead. We're so dead.
I start calling everybody comrade or something, yeah.
And Putin's like, oh man, I was gonna buy this game too. Now they just fucked it.
Blacklisted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, politics. No, get out of here. Oh my god. I almost escaped. I hit the wrong one.
Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, I don't know anything about Putin. I just, go along with what most people say.
do.
But
He rides horses without shirts.
I tend to think that a lot of the stuff that we hear about Putin is probably false because we hear it all from like American news sources and it's all just like propaganda, but I don't really know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm Polish. Polish people typically don't enjoy their relationship with Russia, so anything I hear from
that's true.
my family, I'm like, yeah, I'm sure.
Fair enough.
You're being racist or something. Anyways, thanks for the Australian education there. Thanks for not minding us asking questions. Apologize if we don't know, but it's Canada. We don't know about a lot of things here. Just various cheeses and maple syrups. We do learn how to make maple syrup ice cream in the winter. When it's really cold, we have lots of snow. You take some maple syrup and you go outside and you pour it in the snow, and it like solidifies, and then you have yourself a sweet maple popsicle made by Mother Nature.
I love those. It's kind of like a mix between a popsicle and taffy or something.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my god, that came back to get me. Yeah,
it was
amazing.
Brutal. I love that.
Yeah, it was amazing. What other Canadian thing do we have? I've seen many moose and beavers. We have lots of those.
We learn how to apologize.
Oh my god, I say sorry so much.
So do I. I say it for everything. It's stupid. I apologize for things that have nothing to do with me.
I apologize just for existing. Yeah, like all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry I'm here in your general space and vicinity of your sight line.
I don't know. I think it was you that told me this, Alex. But I
The
think,
general vicinity of your igloo.
If you have a car accident in Canada, I think in the States, if you say sorry, it's an admission of guilt.
Yeah.
But in Canada, it's not because we say sorry so much.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, sorry doesn't count as an admission of guilt for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can murder someone you know and say sorry, and can't use that against me.
Yeah.
And you're literally walking by someone. You're like, oh, sorry.
Yeah, seriously.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, too close. Oh, sorry. Oh, you were going for that banana, please, and then nobody gets the banana, and it goes bad. You know how many bananas have gone bad in this country because everyone's too polite to take the last banana?
Well, that thing always happens too, where you're walking down the street and somebody's coming at you, and you go one way to avoid them, but they walk the same way to avoid you to try to be courteous, and then you just keep going back and forth in the same direction until you go, oh, sorry, and then...
And you both just leave out of shame and never come back to that store ever in case that person is there.
Yeah, and want to kill yourself.
Oh yeah,
for the next 5 days.
No, I've moved cities because of that. Yeah, I like the ice cream idea. Get some brain freeze. If you drop chocolate behind you, certain animals could eat it. Certain animals just die. They don't have enough animal themed items. That could be kind of fun. You throw dog bones around or truffles.
Yarn.
Truffle.
A piece of yarn. Yeah.
Cool. So we should call it a day soon. We've been streaming for 2 hours. We'll do one more match or a couple matches and then call it a night. It's almost Sunday. We said we weren't going to do a Sunday stream, so we'll get a little 2-for-1.
Oh, it's well into Sunday here.
Oh shit! I always forget.
Yeah.
It's almost Monday. I don't know.
It's basically Tuesday, honestly.
Just keep
Holy
going.
crap! It's Wednesday.
Yeah, no, thanks. Thanks for Sir dropping in.
Dropping in.
It's an 11 at night joke. I don't know what time it is in Australia. What is it, like 12 hours? 16 hours off? I always forget. Yeah. If you left, I wouldn't even be mad. What I always do is one of my favorite things to do 3 p.m. Holy cow. On Sunday? Right, you guys are ahead, right? I think you're ahead of us,
it's
right?
like...
Yeah.
Cool. Anyways, one of my favorite things to say is whenever I'm speaking to someone, oh my god, that's awesome. Imagine if time zones worked that way, they were like days apart. It'd be super confusing. Okay, so we're talking weird. On Wednesday, Wednesday Eastern Canada, which is February in my country. Anyways, one of my favorite things to do is if I'm talking on Discord or Facebook or something, like in a group chat, if somebody says something that's like cringy or I don't know, I should leave, I just write Alex has left the conversation, because like sometimes when you leave a conversation, like it auto writes that for you. It's my favorite thing to write. I've actually had a few people be like, oh no, did he leave? What did I say? I'm like, no, I'm here. I just wrote that. It's my favorite thing. I like it. Sunday, sweet. Happy Sunday. Oh my god.
Oh, that was... Oh, yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us on a Sunday afternoon. I hope it's nice over there.
Oh, it's Sunday afternoon?
Yeah, Sunday, 3 p.m. It's 11:30 at night here on a cold, snowy Saturday.
Yeah, I guess it's technically summer down there, right? I could be wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, we should do a Pixelnots like shirt theme, and then we have our like little astronaut dude from Lost Orbit, Harrison. I was thinking of just ripping off his helmet and making that like an item. Actually, me and Vince.
It would have to be so big on Spawn.
Yeah, it would be huge. Yeah, well, like the fun thing is the proportions in Lost Orbit were kind of exaggerated, so it actually kind of feel in proportion to Lost Orbit. It would look hilarious. Because his head was like huge in that game. Oh, good shot. Oh my god, I wasn't paying attention. I was still mourning my loss from the previous checkpoint. Do you ever get that where you're so upset that somebody murdered you really well and you close your eyes and then the next checkpoint you're already dead? That's my favorite. Or you're just so upset you've killed me for 2 checkpoints. Me and Vince had a talk the other day, and we had a great idea for Pop Final would be awesome. We had a great idea for a costume. So instead of making a horse character for the game, one of the items you get is one of those rubbery horse heads that people wear, and it's just a physics asset that flops around as you fly. Or one of those dinosaur ones too. Those would be pretty good, but other players have left. I guess it's time for me to go too. Yeah, right? I love the horse heads. Those are my favorite. I don't know. It's so floppy. It's like a half-assed, like, horse head, but that makes it better. I love the dinosaur ones, too. Those ones people wear where they're just kind of, like, flopping around. It's really good.
The expressions on them are great, too. Like, the horse one just looks...
Just terrified. Like, that's just how horses look most of the time.
Yeah.
Just, every time I look at a horse, it's always just like, shit. Every time one is about to bite me, that is exactly the expression they make. They don't know why I'm there. I don't know why they're here. I don't remember there being a horse, and then bit. So, it's good. Anyways, I think we'll call it a night. It's 11:30. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Good. Well, thanks for joining us. Always a good time.
Thanks
for all the comments and new followers and stuff like that. So. Thanks for the Saturday night. The jam is actually pretty fun at night. I think when I'm more tired, it's a little bit more fun. And so.
Easier to just talk about nonsense, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Bye, everyone. You guys could say bye. Anybody else?
See you later.
Bye, guys.
Your final thoughts.
See ya.
Bye.
If anybody's interested, I'll be streaming over on my channel pretty soon. Not Rocket Rumble, but...
fluffy stuff. It's on the bottom of our channel if you want to check it out. He's good. He's funny. Plays good games. Very retro. I like it. Okay, bye everyone.
Bye guys.